believe this one's it's a rookie card, I know, but I feel like it's the first card that I ever, like, big league card. Obviously, as a kid, trying to get to the big leagues, the dream of making it. But as a kid that had cards, right, as a kid, this is like seeing your card the first time. It is pretty cool. So that's pretty powerful when you see that card.
I remember the first series I had, the first home run I hit was a grand slam against Seattle, which was the team that I had played for the year before. As we know, Cleveland can get a little cold, so I would wear the dark blue long sleeves. And for some reason, this jersey, I always liked my jersey a little longer. The reasons for it, for a little padding, so when I would slide, I wouldn't get all patched up and roughed up.
Rick Monday alongside Stephen Nelson and with producer-engineer Dwayne McDonald. You hear in the background, I mean, this is just a loud house tonight, a sellout crowd, and you expect nothing other than that when it's the Dodgers and the Phillies. These two teams had great history amongst themselves in postseason play over the years, but tonight it comes down to game one, possibly three to move on to the National League Championships. So the Dodger Ball Club, 93-69 for the season, and for the Phillies, they were 96-66. Well, the Phillies had the bye. The Dodgers won 2 in a row over Cincinnati to now move on to the division series. Umpires at home plate, line of cards have been exchanged, waiting for the Phillies to take the field. When they take the field, you'll know it by the crowd in the background. Dodgers have already been booed for about 5 minutes as they were introduced to this crowd, and a rambunctious crowd indeed, just the way you want it in postseason play. We've talked so many different times about, well, it's a different animal. It is indeed that way here, including with the Philly fanatic on the field and getting the crowd revved up. There's no question about it. So it's going to be Shohei Otani. Double duty tonight. Otani, not only the designated hitter, he is the starting pitcher. First time that has happened ever in Major League Baseball in postseason play. Mookie Betts will bat second and play at shortstop. Teoscar Hernandez is in right. Freddie Freeman is at first. At second base, Tommy Edman. KK Hernandez will start at third base tonight. Alex Call is in left. In center, Andy Pages. And Ben Rortvedt will be behind the plate and doing the catching. So it's Otani on the mound for the Dodgers, and it's Christopher Sanchez, the lefty, leads the charge. And in the background, yep, the Phillies are taking the field. Dodgers have seen Sanchez twice this year. Both times, no decisions. And the last time they got to him pretty good. Even though he went to 7 innings, they touched him up for 4 runs on 7 hits. A couple of home runs in that ball game by KK Hernandez. Well, all the numbers you put in the computer says play the games. And the first team to win 3 will advance to the next round of the playoffs. The Phillies, by the way, when you start to look at home field advantage in playoffs, well, the Phillies at home were 55-26, the best record in baseball when they were playing in the friendly confines of Citizens Bank Park. The umpiring crew, and 6 of them in postseason, is going to be Nestor Ceja, his first division series. He's worked 1 wild card series in the past. Ceja will work the plate to call the balls and strikes. Adrian Johnson is at first base. Nick Lentz umpiring at second. Mark Wegner is at third. He's the crew chief. Down the left field line, the veteran Jim Wolf. And down the right field line, his first postseason assignment is Dan Merzel. So this play's going to be rocking. And both of these potent offenses and very good starting rotation. The question is going to be for both the Dodgers and the Phillies, what about the bullpens? Well, we will see. And for Otani, expected to stretch things out more than just 6 innings if things are going in the right direction. Tomorrow is a scheduled off day, and we will rejoin you on Monday. And Blake Snell will start that game. The Phillies have yet to determine who they are going to start, so we'll be on the air at 2 o'clock. Morongo Casino Dodgers on Deck show Monday. First pitch at 3:08 on the West Coast. Happy to have you with us. Game 1, National League Division Series. Having to play. Here's Steven.
Thank you, Mo, wherever you may be and however you may be listening. We join you from the city of brotherly love and the place they affectionately call the bank. Citizens Bank Ballpark, Game 1 of the NLDS. 2 of the heavyweights in the NL finally going at it in the postseason. Christopher Sanchez, his first pitch of the game. Otani swings and misses, strike 1. Shohei's first at bat is brought to you by Asahi Super Dry Beer, embodying the refreshing taste of modern Japan. Go beyond the expected. Otani was 3 for 9 in the wild card round with 2 home runs. Sanchez into his windup. His 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. And that brings the Philly fans to their feet. 2 quick strikes from Sanchez to start the ball game. He went with the sinker to start and then the changeup. What does he feed the MVP on 0-2? Third base side of the rubber. The left-hander has the ball at the letters. He steps back with his right foot, kicks and deals. And Otani is down on 3 pitches. He strikes out swinging on a second changeup.
I mentioned the pregame show, that changeup is outstanding. And it's set up by a very good fastball, the slider to go with it.
And now the Philly fans, most of them sitting back down as Mookie Betts digs in. 1 out, bases empty, top of the first. Sanchez gave the home crowd something to go crazy for with that opening strikeout. Ball 1 downstairs on Betts. A fastball at 95 from Sanchez.
Yeah, there may be some tired legs after this game. I'm not talking about the players. I'm talking about the fans.
Betts coming off a massive wild card round against Cincinnati. On a 1-0 pitch from Sanchez. Betts will swing and hit it on the ground to third. Scooped up by the third baseman Bohm. He sets and throws to Harper. Out number 2.
Both of these teams with very potent offenses. Their pitching, the starting rotations, very good. I mentioned the lead-in on the open. The question is going to be the bullpen. The Dodgers are hoping they don't have to go to the bullpen very much.
Here's Teoscar Hernandez batting in the 3 spot. He has great numbers in his career against Sanchez. 5 for 12 with 4 extra base hits and 2 home runs. Here's the first pitch. It is a strike on the outer half. Fastball at 95. Teo led all Dodgers with 6 RBIs in the wild card series, trying to keep it rolling in the postseason. He's got an 8-game hitting streak entering tonight. On an 0-1, Hernandez waves at strike 2.
And that ball was in the dirt.
Red rally towels being waved around furiously here in the top of the first inning. Bases empty, 2 outs. 0-2 on Teoscar Hernandez. Here's Sanchez. It's in the dirt, ball 1. Christopher Sanchez, one of the top starters in all the National League this year, should have been an all-star but wasn't, despite 13 wins and an ERA of 2.5. And he hasn't lost in his home ballpark since July 31st of 2024. A ball and 2 strikes, the pitch. Hernandez strikes out swinging. That is a 9-pitch, 1-2-3 first for Sanchez with bookending strikeouts. Shohei Otani will make his postseason pitching debut when we come back.
Bases are loaded, stakes are high, and hopes are even higher. If anyone can...
AAA. And right before the game, they said, no, you got to stop. You need to hurry up and go to Cincinnati. You're about to go play a game there. You got 45 minutes till the game starts. So I get in my car and I start driving, and all I keep thinking about is, which jersey are they wearing that night? So when I get to the locker room, I see my jersey hung up, and love the white jerseys, just the stitching on it, the old school feel to it.
They serve really good Philly cheesesteaks in the locker room.
We can confirm that as well.
So he tried to defer the pressure, but here it is.
Former Dodger Trey Turner leading off. National League batting champion in 2025. Otani steps back and twirls his first playoff pitch and gets a swing and a miss, strike one on Trey Turner. Started him off with a front door sweeper. Otani sets, steps, and twirls. And hooks ball one outside. A ball and a strike.
Well, Turner, the batting champion. He played just one game. Remember, he was sidelined with the hamstring.
Waiting on a 1-1 pitch. Here it is. Turner swings and fouls away strike two to the right side.
So the unknown with Turner is, what condition is the hamstring in? He stole 36 bases when he was healthy.
Back-to-back years, he's missed time with hamstring injuries, but he's good enough to go in game one. Otani in front, 1-2. Here's the pitch. It is just outside, taken by Turner. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Well, the way you take away the speed from runners is to not put them on base.
And Turner has hit the Dodgers well since joining the Phillies. Here's the 2-2. Strike 3 swinging. Otani begins his postseason pitching career with a punch-out.
And he came with that sweeper, and that was a big one. So, the breaking ball is there. And now, well, here's the guy. Both of these lineups, you go the first 4, they will go toe-to-toe with anybody.
MVP chance in Philadelphia. Not for Otani, but for Kyle Schwarber, who can't check up on strike one. 100-mile-per-hour fastball from Shohei. When these two met at Dodger Stadium a few weeks ago, you certainly saw Otani elevate his game on the mound. On an 0-1, Schwarber can't check his swing again. Strike 2, a high fastball at the very top of the zone at 99. And Schwarber will ask for time.
Schwarber, he has changed some things since he came over to Philadelphia. Remember, he was back with Chicago, had that open stance? Well, it's just very slightly open now.
Otani's 0-2 pitch, up and in, another fastball, 99 on the gun, a ball and 2 strikes.
That's a good pitch up there. You don't want Schwarber to be able to extend his arms and get leverage. I mean, here's a guy with extreme power.
On a 1-2 pitch, Schwarber checks up on a curveball down and in, taken to level the count, 2-2. Schwarber, the National League home run leader with 56, one ahead of Otani. The very man who's pitching to him now. Here's the 2-2. Hit high in the air, right field side. Teoscar Hernandez drifting back. He's on the warning track, camped out. He is there to make the catch with a few feet to spare. Kyle Schwarber just missed one.
Boy, he did.
Oh, that was in the air a long time. Might have hit the space station, Mo, before dropping down.
Yeah, and Otani got away with a less than stellar pitch, and he knows that right off the bat.
His reaction on the mound, or just in front of it, after Schwarber flew out to right, was that a relief. But now Bryce Harper steps in. 2 outs, bases empty, no score. First pitch, swing and a miss. High heat at 99, strike 1.
Infield to pull, outfield the opposite way. Otani just looked over to Freeman at first. Says, yep, I'll be there on a ground ball hit to you.
Otani has the call from Rortvedt and deals. A swing and a tapper back to the mound, fielded by Otani. The underhand toss to Freeman, and that is out number 3. So Shohei matches Sanchez with a 1-2-3 first inning. We are scoreless in Philadelphia going to the second.
LA's best sports star.
That's a good endorsement there.
AM 570 LA Sports.
Take your fun higher.
Toronto, Guerrero sends over some good stuff for the guys. So when we play in Toronto, I definitely dive into that.
You gotta be careful with Vladdy, bro, because a Dominican breakfast will put you to sleep, bro. ¿Cómo está sonando la comida dominicana ya?
La comida dominicana ya no sé cómo está sonando, porque obviamente mi esposa me cocina. O sea, hay restaurantes, pero no voy a comer comida latina.
These are two of the best teams, not just in the National League, but all the major leagues. And similarly to last year's division series when the Dodgers played the Padres, this matchup has the feeling of the winner very could take it all and will probably be favored to do so. No score, top of the second. Freddie Freeman to kick things off, followed by Tommy Edman and Kike Hernandez. Sanchez on the mound. The first pitch of the inning is taken for strike one. Freddie Freeman during Friday night's workout walked onto the field, and I say, Freddie, could be back in the National League East Park. He goes, oh yeah, I love the bank. He's got great numbers in his career against the Phillies. The Dodgers would like to see some of those numbers here in the DS. Ball one downstairs. The slider makes it 1-1. Freeman was 2 for 8 in the wild card round. Both hits came in the clincher of Game 2. Sanchez with a 1-1. Missing outside and low. 2 balls and a strike for Freddie. A 9-game on-base streak for Freeman going back to the end of the regular season. In his career against Sanchez, though, just 1 for 11. Left-hander on the mound. Steps back, begins his windup. Freeman sprays the ball the other way. It's sinking down in front of Marsh for a leadoff single. That is the textbook trademark Freddie Freeman swing, going to the big part of the field and registering a base hit.
And registering boos here for Freeman is nothing new. The last 7 games, he came in today hitting just over 400 in those games.
Tommy Edman's first at bat is brought to you by Edmunds. Get an offer for your car and find your next one all on Edmunds.com. Edman dealing with that bothersome right ankle, hitting from the right side against the lefty Sanchez. First pitch taken for strike one. Edman was 1 for 3 against Cincinnati. That one hit was in Game 1 against the Reds, and it was a home run. Freeman on first, no outs, just starting the second, no score. The pitch. It misses inside, ball 1, a fastball at 96.
Not a lot of stolen bases off of Sanchez, but for a lefty, maybe that number is a little bit high. 10 out of 14 attempts were safe.
After a couple gentle waggles, Edman rests the bat on his back right shoulder. Sanchez kicks and deals, and it's on the ground to short. Backhanded by Turner. There could be 2. Here's the turn. Edman beats the throw. And so Edman will take the place of Freeman, now 1 out in the inning.
An area the Dodgers did a very good job in that 2-game series, back-to-back victories against the Reds. While they were aggressive as hitters, they were also selective at the same time.
Kike Hernandez getting the start at third in the 6th spot of the lineup. First pitch grounded foul to third base side, strike 1.
And I think when a team is able to combine those two, I mean, they're not up there taking pitches, but you can see that there was a thought process ahead of time. And they were just sitting and waiting for a pitch, and when they got it, they did something with it.
1 on, 1 out. An 0-1 pitch. Misses downstairs. A ball and a strike on Kike. Once again, starting October hot. Back-to-back multi-hit games against the Reds. He has multiple hits in 4 of his last 6 games overall this year. Sanchez is 1-1. Fouled back over the net. That's strike 2. The Dodgers In the last 10 games in which Kike Hernandez has registered a hit, they are 10-0. Edman takes a short lead off first base. The 1-2. Misses in the dirt. Well blocked by Real Muto.
The question early going now is going to be how the Dodgers adjust to the changeup. And if Sanchez stays with that plan, the changeup and the fastball, he's also shown that slider, and that's not a bad pitch either for him.
His first 2 strikeouts tonight, both on the change. A square 2-2 count, and now the pitch. It's downstairs in the dirt. Ball 3, full count for Kike.
And there was the changeup right there.
Three balls, 2 strikes. Sanchez comes home. Kike rolls it to third. Backhanded by Bohm. He bobbles and only has 1 play. That's going to first to get Hernandez for the second out. He could not transfer it out of the glove cleanly, so no chance to try and turn the double play. Edman, the lead runner, now in scoring position at second. Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the Dodgers Audio Network.
The home of the world champion LA Dodgers. KLAC KYSR HD2 Los Angeles. Make us a preset on the free iHeartRadio app.
2 outs. Edman on second. No score in the second inning. Alex Call the batter. The first pitch from Sanchez. Call takes a strike. A fastball at 95 in the heart of the plate.
That pitch by Bohm to the backhand side. He tried to transfer from the glove to the bare hand rather than go the bare hand reach into the glove and get the baseball.
Sanchez is 0-1. Misses inside. Call had just 1 plate appearance in the wild card round. It was a pinch hit single in the 7th inning of Game 1 against Cincinnati. He's 2 for 10 in his career against Christopher Sanchez. Both hits are home runs. Sanchez looks back at Edman, comes home to Call, and spikes ball 2 in front of the plate. Call a .292 hitter against left-handed pitching this year. Getting the start in Game 1 of the division series. First run of the game on second in the form of Edman. On a 2-1, Call swings and fouls a strike away to the first base side.
The more pitches the Dodger hitters see, the better they're going to be able to dial in Sanchez.
He's at 26 in the game now. 15 in this inning. Remember, he only needed 9 to finish the first. So still an efficient frame so far for the left-hander, but the Dodgers have done better work in the second than they did in the first. 2 outs, 2 balls and 2 strikes. With Edman in scoring position. Call takes inside, ball 3 and another full count. Andy Pages is in the on-deck circle. Should Call reach. Here's the payoff pitch. It's inside and low, ball 4. So the inning continues for the Dodgers.
Quick note on Realmuto, a very gifted catcher behind the plate. But one of the things that he does, he sets up really off the plate inside. In other words, that 2-2 pitch, for example, to Call was right to the target. But the target was off the plate inside. And there's many times that umpires I've heard say is that Realmuto sometimes blocks their view of really seeing the pitch.
First and second, 2 outs in the second inning for the Dodgers. The Dodgers and Phillies both scoreless. Game 1 just underway. The 8th spot of the order, the scuffling Andy Pages. Sanchez looks back at second. Time is called before the pitch.
Third base umpire Mark Wagner of the crew chief said, hey, wait a minute. You have to wait for the batter to be set in the box before you can go into the stretch position.
Pages, he was hitless in the wild card series, 0 for 9, and he was 4 for his last 41. The Dodgers need him to get going in a hurry. Takes strike one. A generous call to Sanchez off the outside corner. It's a 10-game spell for Pages, who has proven to be an incredibly streaky hitter his first couple years in the big leagues. Edman on second, call on first. Sanchez's 0-1 pitch is strike two. This is off the inside corner, and so back-to-back calls go Sanchez's way.
The plate's only 17 inches wide.
It's more like 23 inches based on those first two pitches. So now Pages has to battle. 0-2. Sanchez's 0-2 pitch. Dives into the dirt, ball one. Tried to finish him off with the changeup. As we mentioned earlier this inning, 2 strikeouts in the first inning for Sanchez of Otani and Teoscar Hernandez. Both were on changeups. LA threatening in the top of the second. 2-1, 2 out. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Sanchez fires and misses in.
One thing in this series for us to watch also is that Brandon Marsh in left field. We noticed this when the Phillies were in L.A. Marsh trusts himself to go back in the ball. He's actually playing a little bit more shallow than the right fielder is.
The deuce is wild in the second. 2 on, 2 out, 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. That was a sinker inside, but based on the previous strike call, you can understand why Pages offered at it. So the Dodgers, with just 1 hit, no errors, they strand 2, don't score any. 1.5 innings complete in Philadelphia.
Someone who grew up in the era of the twist, the locomotion, the Freddy, and other outrageous dances, the floss is easily the worst of all time.
The fan did touch that ball, and that's a big whoops. Any relation to Grant? I don't know. That guy was having a hard time figuring out what screen he was supposed to be looking at.
What a play! Allen Rodin, and hopefully he is all right.
Look at it's his eye black. That's his eye black. It has been transferred from face to wall.
We play in Toronto. Guerrero sends over some good stuff for the guys, so when we play in Toronto, I definitely dive into that.
You gotta be careful with Vladdy, bro, because a Dominican breakfast will put you to sleep, bro. ¿Cómo está sonando la comida dominicana ya?
La comida dominicana ya no sé cómo está sonando, porque obviamente mi esposa me cocina. O sea, hay restaurantes, pero no voy a comer comida latina.
Also played the 08 NLCS. The Phillies have won each of the last 3 postseason meetings. The Dodgers won the first 2 back in 77 and 78. Rick Monday, can you confirm those years?
I confirm.
Yeah. Otani to Bohm. Ball 1 low and outside, a sinker at 97.
Yeah, 2 of the last 3 that the Phillies have won over the Dodgers, too, painfully, as the Dodgers were boarding their buses, the Phillies were boarding theirs. and headed to the next round. The Dodgers were headed home.
Otani with a scoreless first, started the game with a strikeout at Trey Turner. His 1-0 to Bohm is taken for a strike on the inside corner. 98 painted on the right-handed hitting Bohm. A big right-handed hitter, 6'5", about 220. Hit 298 this year in 111 games. Otani's 1-1 pitch is way outside, a sweeper in the left-handed batter's box, 2-1. Bohm, like Trey Turner, missed the Phillies series at Dodger Stadium in the middle of September with an injury, but he came back in time for the end of the regular season and ended it with a flurry. A 9-game hitting streak. On a 2-1, Bohm takes ball 3, a cutter that just misses.
Bohm just 120 games. I'll tell you what, when he was healthy, the month of September, he had 345 in the 14 games he played.
He's ahead 3-1. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. A full count now. Otani just challenged him with a fastball.
That was a 98. That was a 98 pitch and about 198 on the swing.
Otani working with pace. Here's the payoff pitch. It's inside, ball 4, and the Phillies have their first base runner, a leadoff walk in the second.
There was a great line by Phil Plunkett, the Orange County Register, talking about Shohei Otani, talking about Otani, the dual purpose, first player ever, as you mentioned, to be pitching and hitting in postseason play. And the line was, it's time for Superman to put on his cape.
No score, bottom second. 1 on, nobody out. His former teammate Brandon Marsh digs in from the left side. Takes a curveball. It hits the bottom of the zone, but it's called ball 1. Kike Hernandez is on the cut of the grass at third base. Left-handed hitting Marsh, a 280 hitter this year. Hit 300 against righties. Swinging a foul ball back. Fastball at 99. That is at the knees. And the count levels up.
The Phillies, they throw a lot of different things. Power, yes. They also have some speed. And they come out aggressively. I mean, that's the story. Their offense, aggressive, early in at-bats.
The 1-1. Tails outside. Fastball at 99. 2 balls and a strike on Marsh. Otani finishes regular season with 6 shutout innings in Arizona on September 23rd. Now making his postseason pitching debut. The 2-1, swinging a foul ball straight back into the net, and the count squares up.
Yeah, they have 2 guys really that are always a threat to steal. Scott, who's batting in the 9th spot, he had 24 stolen bases. Turner, as we mentioned earlier, when he was healthy, 36 swipes. Oh, Harper stole 12.
Bohm takes a lead on a 2-2. Marsh hits a ground ball, base hit up the middle. Station to station goes Marsh, but a 2-strike single for Brandon Marsh, and the first 2 Phillies are aboard in the second. This is the Dodgers threatened in the top of the second. The Phillies are doing the same in the bottom half. First and second, but no outs. JT Realmuto, 3-time Big League All-Star. And the worst offensive regular season of his career.
Did not have a good month of September. Barely hit 200.
But this is a talented hitter at the plate. Otani starts him off with ball 1 low, a slider that just missed.
Now falling behind. First pitch to all 3 batters in this inning.
This ballpark on its feet, sensing blood in the water. The pitch sliced the other way into the right field gap. It gets all the way to the wall as Oscar Hernandez lets it go by him. Bohm is in. Here comes Marsh. Realmuto to third. The throw skips away. He will hold at third, but a 2-run triple for JT Realmuto as Teoscar Hernandez ran casually toward the gap in right center field.
Keep in mind the Dodgers in Game 2 of the series against the Reds committed 3 errors in the game. Well, this is too good of a pitch with runners in scoring position out over the plate. And for Teoscar Hernandez, really never had a play he could make on the play. And not a good relay throw back in.
Mound visit from Mark Pryor, the pitching coach, is brought to you by Jacoby and Myers, because everyone deserves justice. Mo, you felt it was imperative for the Dodgers to score first, to try and silence, even if for a little while, this Philadelphia crowd. Instead, a two-run triple from Real Muto against Otani in a 2-0 Philly lead.
Well, not played particularly well in the outfield or in the infield.
So 3 straight base runners to start for Philadelphia in this second inning.
And now you got to play the infield in. Second and short, not in on the grass, but in tightly nonetheless.
Max Kepler, the batter, left-handed hitter. Takes the first pitch low. Ball 1, 101 from Otani. He has not thrown enough strikes. There's 14 of 26 pitches in the zone. There's a strike. A curveball to settle things down to make it 1-1. Phillies 2, Dodgers nothing. Still no outs in the second. Infield in for LA. Otani's scoreless inning streak snapped at 17 2/3. Goes to a breaker. Misses down and in. Otani has thrown some pitches he felt were good pitches, but they've just missed the zone and thus have not gotten the call. On a 2-1, Kepler swings over the top of strike 2. A fastball that was inside by a foot at 100. 2-2. Kepler takes time, knocks the dirt off his cleats with his bat. Plants back in with his left foot. Otani waiting on the mound on a 2-2 pitch. A little number to third. Kike looks Real Muto back to the bag, throws to Freeman for the first out of the inning.
Well, right now they might as well remove the seats out of the stands. No one's using them.
They call it Red October in Philadelphia. A lot of red, white, Dodger blue, and Phillies throwback powder blue. Sun has set on Philadelphia, downtown, about 15 minutes away, beyond the scoreboard in left center field. Runner on third, 1 out. Harrison Bader swings at the first pitch and chops a strike foul back behind home plate.
Well, they're ready for baseball here in Philadelphia in postseason. They had a scrimmage the other night. It was $10 a person to enter. There was over 30,000 that showed up.
The pitch to Bader. Hit in the air to left field. Call going back on the warning track. He's there to make the catch, but it's plenty deep enough to get Real Muto in from third. He tags and scores on a sac fly from Harrison Bader, and the Phillies lead 3-0.
So a ball that's hit to right center field was not played particularly well to begin with. Then with allowing Real Muto to get all the way to third because of a poor relay sacrifice fly. If they stop him at second base, that's 1 less run. So the Dodgers need to pick it up and say, hey, look, guys, got to play the game a little better than that.
Number 9 spot of the order, Bryson Stott. Dodgers trail 3-0, 2 outs, and now the bases are empty. Ball 1 outside from Shohei. Stott hit .257 this year, an OPS of .719. Hit .315 going back to early August. Otani gives him a strike on the inside corner. Fastball at 99, and the count is even 1-1. But the damage was done early in the second inning. Walk, a single, 2-run triple. And then after the sacrifice fly, here's Stott taking strike 2. The curve on the outer half. Otani at 35 pitches, 23 in this second inning. He's due up second after the inning break. Swing and a tip into the glove, a fastball at 99, and a strikeout for Shohei. His second K ends his second inning, but not before the Phillies take the lead in Game 1 of the division series. They score 3 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and they leave none on. 3-0 Philadelphia to the third.
LA's best sports star.
That's a good endorsement.
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members of the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
So without further ado, snap on your time goggles and prepare to zoom 1,000 years into the future. The D-backs are still the D-backs, though now they're represented by a robotic techno-snake, and the Cubs have embraced their future amongst the stars, now being represented by Ursa Major. Minneapolis was the first to establish relations with our extraterrestrial friends. The Rays are the cosmic rays flying through space in their devil ray-shaped spacecraft.
Base and perhaps an extra run in that inning.
Yeah, not fielded cleanly once it did hit the wall, and then not a good relay into third.
So the Dodgers will now have to punch back. They had so many comeback wins in the regular season. 48 of them, the most in the National League. Strike one from Sanchez against Rortvedt, a fastball in the outside corner. Rortvedt so far in the postseason, 3 for 6. Also had sack bunts in both games against Cincinnati. On the 0-1. Rortvedt is plunked. And he flips the bat in frustration. JT Realmuto is saying, was there a swing? Was it the bat? And the home plate umpire, Nestor Ceja, is awarding Rortvedt first base, and he is flexing out his left forearm and wrist area, so that is his top hand, his glove hand, and that got him square in the forearm. Thomas Albert, the head athletic trainer, and Dave Roberts are going to trot down to first base and visit with Rortvedt. The Dodgers do have 3 catchers on the roster once again: Rortvedt, Dalton Rushing, and Will Smith. And Dave Roberts told the media today, Mo, that Will Smith is getting close, and there is an expectation that at some point tonight, Will Smith will come off the bench in some fashion. But I think the Dodgers were hoping that it would be on their accord and not because Rortvedt got hit.
Yeah, the Dodgers are trying to figure out a way to get Will Smith into a game. One of the things that we have noticed is that Smith, in taking batting practice, even before the last game in L.A. against the Reds, he did not have his right hand that's fractured, did not have it taped up.
Shohei Otani will make his second plate appearance. He struck out swinging on 3 pitches, leading off the game. Rortvedt on first, no outs. The pitch is taken for a strike. A changeup that split the plate and landed at the top of the knees.
That changeup so far has just kept the Dodger hitters off stride.
Sanchez, extreme third base side. Calmly gathers the ball on his belt, kicks and deals. Otani holds the bat as a slider misses downstairs, 1-1. Phillies 3, Dodgers nothing. Top of the third, just underway. Otani up, Betts on deck. Sanchez with the 1-1. Otani with a furious swing and a miss, strike 2. And we've seen some of the bad Otani swings to start tonight, Mo, where he's pulling off the ball and opening up early.
Yeah, just committing too early. And when you commit early, trust me, eyes are on you, and that's where you're vulnerable, really vulnerable to off-speed pitches.
The 1-2 pitch misses low and outside.
Yep, and that was the changeup. So you're swinging early on the fastball, and can you stay back on the change?
Rortvedt basically in Harper's back right pocket on first, a short lead. And now the 2-2 pitch. That misses away, ball 3. The count is full. Otani has not hit the Phillies well in his career with the Dodgers. 12 games, he's now 10 for 46. The payoff pitch is on the way. Otani bounces it foul on the first base side. Fielded cleanly by Chris Woodward, the Dodgers first base coach.
Well, it's October baseball. You can see it live. Game 3 and 4 of the National League Division Series against the Phillies will take place Wednesday and Thursday at Dodger Stadium. So make plans to join us. Postseason tickets on sale. Dodgers.com/postseason.
Count still full. 1 on, nobody out. The pitch is called strike 3. Fastball at the bottom of the zone. Otani was walking to first, thinking it was ball 4. Instead, he reverses back to the dugout after out number 1. Four Ks now for Sanchez. Mookie Betts' turn. 0 for 1, grounded out to third in the first inning. First pitch pulled foul on the left field side into the net, strike 1. Otani and Betts were a tour de force against Cincinnati. They were combined 9 for 18 in the wild card round with 5 extra base hits and 7 RBIs. Yeah, Betts alone.
He had 6 of those hits with a pair of doubles.
Rortvedt on first, 1 out, 3-0 Philadelphia. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. There's another one of those beautiful changeups from Sanchez.
The Dodger hitters at this point just don't trust themselves in getting jammed with a fastball. And they have been vulnerable to the off-speed pitch so far.
Right side of the infield, wide open for Betts. Behind 0-2. Grounded to short, this should be 2. Trey Turner flips to stop. Here's the turn. In time. Betts is signaling first. Wants a review. We'll see if the Dodgers call for heads. Yeah, this is a...
New York City, los Phillies todos están en el terreno de juego.
This should not take long. By the way, there are 4 umpires, review umpires in New York. Andy Fletcher is there. Ramon De Jesus, Emil Jimenez, and Brendan Miller are the 4 replay umpires. At Replay Central.
Los Angeles will retain their challenge.
So the crew chief, Mark Wegner, at third base tonight, says after review, the call is overturned. Betts is safe on first. 2 outs in the inning. Teoscar Hernandez will have a chance. Well, in Game 2 of the wild card round, he made a bad error in the first inning against Yoshinobu Yamamoto that led to 2 Reds runs. He brought both those runs in later at the plate with a 2-run double. And his misplay in the bottom of the second here tonight helped the Phillies score 3. On the first pitch from Sanchez, Hernandez waves at a changeup, strike 1.
Well, the Dodgers are going to have to go to plan B. And plan B, when you've got a guy that has a very good changeup, is to trust your hands on the fastball, but be thinking more up the middle and not be trying to pull the ball.
Sanchez looks at Betts on first. A couple of times now, deals home and misses outside. Hernandez 0 for 1 with a K tonight. He struck out swinging on a changeup to finish the first inning. Phillies 3, Dodgers nothing. 2 outs and a runner on in the top of the third. On a 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. A changeup away by 8 inches.
Well, you can't be trying to pull that pitch.
Hernandez asked for time. He's granted it. Electric atmosphere at Citizens Bank Ballpark as the home team leads the Dodgers 3-0. Dodgers trying to chip away with 2 outs in the third. On a 1-2 pitch, Hernandez fouls it away. That was a fastball at 96. Okay, Mo, so you've seen the swings from Hernandez against the changeup tonight. If you're Sanchez, seeing a tardy swing on that fastball, what's the expectation now?
Well, the expectation is you're going to be thinking up the middle because did he just set him up with the off speed by throwing that fastball right there that fouled off?
Another 1-2. Another foul ball. Line foul on the first base side, rather. Back-to-back fastballs from Sanchez at 96.
Yeah, he tried to come in on that fastball there, which sets up perfectly off speed.
Teo waggles the bat twice, puts it on his back right shoulder. Sanchez trying to put him away. The pitch. Strike 3 swinging. Wood fishing for a changeup 1.5 feet below the zone. Hernandez, like Otani, 0 for 2 with 2 Ks tonight. The Dodgers strand another runner. 2.5 innings complete at the bank. It's 3-0 Phillies.
When you want Dodgers, the only home is AM 570 LA Sports.
Keep the Major League winning going when you join the most generous Players Club in Southern California at Valley View Casino and Hotel. Join and receive over $200 in free instant offers to enjoy at San Diego's favorite casino. Plus, you will quickly discover that the more you use your Players Club card, the more rewards you earn, like complimentary casino dining at our award-winning restaurants, invitations to VIP events, free hotel stays, and more. Signing up for the Players Club is always quick, easy, and free. Visit valleyviewcasino.com.
Hi, Money Smith here. Did you know that Galpin now has Genesis in the family? Yes, Galpin Genesis of Van Nuys. Nearly 200 vehicles ready for immediate delivery. They want you to be comfortable. Shop and buy from home. Check it out at genesisofvannuys.com. Find your vehicle. You'll set up your lease or finance terms through DocuSign, and they'll bring it right to you. They want to be number one. It's championship season, and Jack Ribicoff is motivated. I want you to ask for him by name. He is the general manager. Check out that massive inventory at genesisofvannuys.com and ask for Jack Ribicoff.
Hi, I'm Kike Hernandez. Winning a world championship is incredible, but nothing beats being a dad to my 4-year-old daughter, Penelope. Making sure she has a strong, healthy start means being present, playing, and staying patient, even when it feels challenging. First 5 California is my go-to for tips and supporting her growth and well-being, so she can thrive no matter what challenges come her way. Learn more at first5california.com.
You're listening to the LA Dodgers Audio Network.
Celebrate that parade, man.
It's the only place to hear the Blue run it back to more playoff baseball on your home of the Blue.
Back in Philadelphia, the Dodgers chasing 3-0 Phillies, bottom of the third, brought to you by AM/PM. As the Dodgers steal a base at home, you score a free hot dog and any 12-ounce Slim Coca-Cola. So, redeem your free feast in the AM/PM app. Let's play ball. AM/PM, too much good stuff. Christopher Sanchez with 3 scoreless and 5 strikeouts. The Dodgers have stranded 3 runners. Top of the order for Philadelphia in the bottom of the third. Turner, Schwarber, and Harper. Turner 0 for 1. He struck out leading off the game. Otani's first pitch of the inning Upstairs and inside. Ball 1 at 99. Otani has never done this before. Pitch in a postseason game. There's 1-0 to Turner. Swung on and fouled away on the right side. And that evens the count 1-1. But then again, Mo, his entire life, he has excelled doing things that nobody's seen before. Here's his 1-1. Swinging a foul ball back into the net behind home plate. That's strike number 2.
Well, for Andrew Friedman, president of baseball operations, asked about Otani. He goes, nothing he does surprises me. Yet everything he does surprise me.
Turner grounds it to the left side. Kike over to his left. Cuts off the ball in front of Betts. Sets and throws to Freeman for out number 1. Kyle Schwarber to the plate. He just missed a home run in the first inning. Ultimately dropped into the glove of Teoscar Hernandez in the warning track in right field. First pitch from Otani. Cut on and missed. Strike 1. A curveball that had Schwarber way out in front. Dodgers down 3-0. 1 out and the base is clear for Philadelphia in the home half of the 3rd. As Otani was preparing to step into his windup, Schwarber stepped out of the batter's box, and now we're trying to figure out who that time was charged to. Likely Schwarber.
Schwarber, his first at bat, he just missed hitting up into the second deck. Just got under it.
The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. So he went curveball split to get the first 2 strikes. And the split is something that Otani didn't throw a ton of in the regular season. Less than 5% of the time. Trying to switch things up here. The 0-2 to Schwarber is spiked. That was a splitter, but a bad one. That barely got to the dirt in front of home plate. Well, Otani faced these Phillies on September 16th, pitched 5 no-hit innings. His lone career pitching appearance against the Phillies. He struck out 5 and walked 1. The Phillies have hits and runs tonight. A ball and 2 strikes the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Put him away with a splitter. Fell off the table.
Otani interviewed yesterday the Dodgers after the workout, and he said, I need to make sure I'm poised and balanced. And it's just going to be how well I can compose myself out there.
He's gotten the first 2 outs of the 3rd after giving up 3 runs in the 2nd. Bryce Harper up there looking to swing, and he swings through a fastball at 100 down the pipe. This is an interesting battle, Mo, because Bryce Harper loves to ambush. On the first pitch of AB's, he's a .406 hitter. Swings again, 100 down the middle. Fouled back this time, 0-2. And the first strike of AB's, Harper hits .407. Now, Otani, the first 2 pitches of at-bats, opponents are hitting .523 against him. Well, we've seen the first 2 pitches. They're 2 strikes. The next one to Harper, swung on and missed, strike 3. Finished him with a splitter. Back-to-back Ks to complete a 1-2-3 third and settle things down here in Philly. It's still the Phillies 3 and the Dodgers nothing.
This is AM 570 LA Sports.
Keep the Major League winning going when you join the most generous Players Club in Southern California at Valley View Casino and Hotel. Join and receive over $200 in free instant offers to enjoy at San Diego's favorite casino. Plus, you will quickly discover that the more you use your Players Club card, the more rewards you earn, like complimentary casino dining at our award-winning restaurants, invitations to VIP events, free hotel stays, and more. Signing up for the Players Club is always quick, easy, and free. Visit valleyviewcasino.com.
Medicare beneficiaries need help choosing the right health plan during this year's AEP? Outsmart Medicare and let PIH Health be your guide to all things enrollment. Don't miss your chance to join our network in 2026. Visit pihhealth.org/Medicare or call 888-365-4450. That's 888-365-4450. 888-365-4450. PIH Health, your health and wellness partner.
Baseball fans, David Vessia here. It's time to step up to the plate and upgrade your outdoor living space with TimberTech, the #1 premium composite decking brand. It looks like natural wood, but without the costly maintenance of a wood deck. Plus, it's made with up to 85% recycled material. Here in California, fire safety is always top of mind, and TimberTech has collections with top-rated fire resistance, including a Class A flame spread rating, so you can build a beautiful outdoor space with confidence. See for yourself why TimberTech is everything wood should be. Order free samples at timbertech.com.
Now, this very moment, back to the Galpin Motors broadcast booth on your official home of Los Angeles Dodgers baseball.
Dodgers will send Freddie Freeman, Tommy Edman, and Kike Hernandez to the plate in the top of the fourth, trying to break through against Christopher Sanchez in Game 1 of the best-of-5 National League Division Series. Other postseason games already complete today. The Brewers smashed the Cubs in Milwaukee, and the Blue Jays pulled away to win in runaway fashion against the Yankees in Toronto. Best of 5 to determine who moves on to the NLCS here. Game 1 tonight, an off day tomorrow, and then back at it for Game 2 on Monday night. The Dodgers and Phillies will then travel to L.A. Game 3 on Wednesday, Game 4, if necessary, on Thursday. Freddie Freeman 1 for 1 with a base hit. That came leading off the second. But the Dodgers having trouble stringing things together against Sanchez, Mo. He's kept them off balance.
We're going to find out here. This is second time through this lineup.
First pitch to Freeman. He swings and hits it up the middle, but right at a waiting Trey Turner left to the second base bag. Shuffles and throws to Harper. 1 pitch, 1 out for Sanchez in the 4th inning.
Second baseman, Tommy Edman.
Tommy Edman with one out and nobody on. Takes a first pitch ball outside. Edman 0 for 1, reached on fielder's choice. He was stranded on second. The 1-0 pitch. Hit hard to third, but right at Bohm. Scoops it up off the dirt. Stands, throws. It's a low throw. Dug out on a backhand by Bryce Harper. Well picked at first base to save the play and record out number 2.
You know, Harper only made 2 errors this year at first base. That transition that he has made over to that first base bag has really been something. He's worked very hard at it.
That was smoothly played. The longtime outfielder had to play as the DH as he transitioned from the outfield to the infield following Tommy John surgery. Strike 1 to Kike Hernandez. Fastball down the pipe at 96. 2 outs and nobody on in the 4th for the Dodgers, who trailed the Phillies 3-0. Kike 0 for 1, having grounded out to third base his first time up. The 0-1 can't check his swing on a changeup away. That's strike 2. This is, to paint a picture, it is kind of like the changeup we saw Blake Snell used to throw off the Reds in the wild card round. That's the kind of struggles the Dodgers are having early against Sanchez.
Yeah, so far that changeup is kryptonite to the Dodger hitters.
(0-2) the pitch. It's downstairs, ball 1.
Unofficially, Sanchez has only gone first pitch out of the strike zone once.
He is getting ahead. He's one of the best in the business. And that's a name people are going to be talking about more and more as the years go along, the way he's improving. On a 1-2, Hernandez takes away and sees the count level up. On the 2-2 pitch, Kike grounds it right back to Sanchez. In the glove, he trots over to first. shovels it to Bryce Harper and completes an 8-pitch fourth inning, and then he roars as he walks to the dugout, and that ups the decibel level of the crowd behind him. Phillies lead 3-0 as we're in the middle of the fourth.
Shouldn't I be trusted? When it comes to the Dodgers, LA's trusted source is their official home.
AM 570, LA Sports.
At Verizon, lock in our low price, plus free roaming included in Mexico. Discover the best carne asada, never miss a text from the group chat, and save big with Verizon while you do it. Switch and get 4 lines for just $30 per line. See? Just $30 per line per month with unlimited welcome with auto pay plus taxes and fees. Plus calls, texts, and data in Mexico included, so you can use your phone sin problema. Stop by your Los Angeles Verizon store today. For unlimited welcome in times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds.
Let's be honest. Relationships shouldn't be this hard. It's time to say goodbye, grass, because you deserve better. Break up with your lawn and upgrade to a beautiful, low-maintenance, California-friendly garden. Go to BeWaterWise.com and start a new relationship that saves you water today. BeWaterWise.com.
Life moves fast. It's fierce, persistent, determined. At City of Hope Cancer Center, we are too. Our groundbreaking research and discoveries have impacted millions of lives globally, moving science forward with the hope, passion, and speed every diagnosis deserves for a cancer-free future. City of Hope, pursuing cancer cures at the speed of life.
Winning one title is difficult. They've done it! They finished the job! Repeating is even harder. This is Dodgers Playoff Baseball on your home of the LA Dodgers Audio Network.
The Dodgers being one hit in Philadelphia. 4 innings for Christopher Sanchez complete. Bottom of the fourth about to begin for Shohei Otani. The Dodgers trail the Phillies 3-0 in this NLDS opener at Citizens Bank Ballpark. And this is the part of the Philadelphia lineup, Mo, that kick-started things in that 3-run second. Bohm, Marsh, and Real Muto. Bohm walked, Marsh singled in a 2-strike count. Real Muto line one to the right center field gap. Teoscar Hernandez went after it with the urgency of, you or I going to get the mail on Monday. And it went all the way to the wall. And then after the 2-run triple, a sac fly from Harrison Bader.
Well, I mentioned that first inning is that both teams looked rather uptight. Well, the Phillies have kind of rebounded. The Dodgers are still looking to try and do it.
First pitch from Otani to Bohm, 98 up and in, ball 1. The Phillies coming off a bye week. They had an inter-squad scrimmage. Inter-squad scrimmage. There we go. There's a 1-0 pitch. Bohm swings and fouls back to strike. Fastball at 98 from Shohei. 31,000 paid to watch it. As the Phillies, like the Dodgers, have become familiar with the bye in this new playoff format. Now the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. There's a good slider from Otani. This year, the Dodgers didn't have the bye. Swept the Reds in the wild card round. They set up this date with Philadelphia. Bohm asks for time. Shohei had 50 pitches. Needs one more strike to finish Bohm. Here's the pitch. And it hooks away. His last regular season outing, we talked about how he had 6 shutout in Arizona. That set a season high in both innings with 6 and pitches with 91. On a 2-2, Bohm chops one to short. Bets over to his left, has in the glove, sets and throws. That's out number 1.
Well, really the message of, hey, we know you're a visiting team. You got the flavor of that just leaving the hotels. A large traveling party, 3 different hotels they're staying at. Police escorts. But with lights and sirens, it was really received like, a suggestion that you move over.
Strike 1 on Marsh in the outside corner. You're spot on, Mo. Same thing. Nobody was anxious to move out of the way of the Dodger buses coming to the park.
And
The 0-1. Marsh takes downstairs, a splitter that misses at 90.
And a lot of gestures signaling that the number one.
Yes. The pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 2, a curve in the dirt. Otani jumps ahead. Yeah, it was always one particular finger that was being held up, I found.
Yeah, we found out they're ambidextrous.
Now the 1-2. That's strike 3 called. A curve dotted on the inside corner. Throws Marsh and gets Otani his 5th K of the night.
Well, your Dodgers, your players, your postseason. Now you can follow all the postseason action. Just download the MLB app, the number 1 app for live baseball.
JT Realmuto, the batter. 2 outs, nobody on. 3-0 Phillies in the 4th. Realmuto 1 for 1 with a 2-run triple. First pitch taken for a strike. 98 on the outer half. Go ahead, Mo.
I think he would mind if we called him by his real name. Jacob Tyler Realmuto.
Just saving some time. Strike 2 taken. Jacob Tyler Realmuto was a star in 3 sports in high school in Oklahoma. And chose baseball. Swings and fouls one over the net, still 0-2. He had some high praise for the Dodgers before the series. He said that organization is what Major League Baseball should be about. Every year, they go out and try to win a World Series. Tremendous ownership. And he said, we are the same way. Now, Realmuto, coincidentally, a free agent to be after this season. Another 0-2. Swinging a ground ball to third. Kike charges, transfers and throws on the money to Freddie Freeman. And that's another 3-up, 3-down inning for Shohei Otani, who has retired 7 in a row since the Bader sac fly. 3-0 Phillies as we go to the 5th inning.
This is AM 570 LA Sports.
LA County has seen its share of devastation this year, testing the strength of our communities. I'm Dave Roberts, manager of LA's favorite ball club. In LA, we don't give up, we rebuild. And I love a strong comeback story. Our residents heard the call and stepped up in remarkable ways. We'll stand shoulder to shoulder to rebuild. And we're not finished. Water for LA is more than pipes and pumps. It's about protecting what we love, our homes, our health, and our environment. Learn more at waterforla.com.
Dodger fans, you know performance matters on the field and at home. That's why Navien brings you the MPF Hydro Furnace, the most advanced way to heat your home with comfort and efficiency. And for year-round cooling and heating comfort, pair the new MPF with Navien's new air-to-air heat pump. Quiet, powerful, and built to win. Don't forget, Navien is proud to offer America's #1 selling tankless water heaters, delivering endless hot water and major energy savings. Navien, built for performance just like your Dodgers. Learn more at NavienInc.com.
When you look at a Ford F-150, you'll see hard work, a great adventure, and so much more. Inside and out, it's designed for the family, the road trip, and the most demanding jobs.
With that kind of versatility, it's no wonder it's America's best-selling truck for 48 years and counting.
The 2025 Ford F-150, from California's best-selling truck brand, Ford. It's time to see Ford in a new light.
The 5th inning is presented by Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel. San Manuel is now Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel. Find out more at yamava.com.
Can the Dodger offense get to work against Christopher Sanchez? 3-0 Phillies as we welcome you back for the top of the 5th. Bottom of the order for the Dodgers. Call, Pajes, and Rortvedt. At this juncture, Mo, the Dodgers are being one hit by Sanchez. He has 5 strikeouts, and the majority of them on the changeup.
Well, you can't be looking, just continue to look for fastball, when you've seen almost 2 times in the lineup how devastating the changeup has been. And the Dodgers just keep not only swinging at it, they're swinging at it out of the strike zone and swinging at it trying to pull that changeup that's out away from them.
Phillies with all 3 runs in the second inning, aided in part by a perceived lack of effort from Teoscar Hernandez in right field going after a ball in the gap. We'll wait to see what the Dodgers say to explain that after the game.
It was also very poorly thrown back into the infield, and the infield didn't handle it particularly well either.
Strike one from Sanchez to call. And that was a ball that appeared to be inside. But it's still 0-1. Call walked his first time up there. Here's the pitch. Taken for a strike. That was a knee buckling change. Call had jelly legs in the batter's box. 0-2. Now Sanchez in his last outing against the Dodgers in September struggled early, but he was scoreless over his final 3 innings. The 0-2 pitch. Call swings and pulls it on the ground. Swinging bunt to third. No play for Bohm. The helmet comes flying off of Call as he reaches first base on an infield single. And that sends the Dodger dugout roaring at the top step. Perhaps something as innocent as a swinging bunt, Mo.
Well, that was also a changeup that was away, and he tried to pull it. He just happened to be so far out in front of it that the ball stayed fair when he hit it right off the end of the bat.
So now Andy Pages will dig in. He's 0 for 1 with a K, and he's 0 for 10 in this postseason. 3-0 Phillies, 1 on, nobody out in the 5th. Strike one from Sanchez, fastball at 94. Now, those final 3 innings against the Dodgers began an active scoreless streak for Sanchez, which is now at 19 2/3 innings without surrendering a run. He has been on a roll. His pitch. Pages grounds it fair. Oh, just foul of the third baseline. Bohm was going toward the line at third, and it went by him. Mo, that was so close to being extra bases.
Very, very close. And that pitch, by the way, was not a good pitch. That was off the plate inside.
It took 2 bounces. One was comfortably left of the line, just beyond the right-handed batter's box. The second bounce was closer to the bag, near the chalk. So Call was on his way to third. He's now trotting back to first. Andy Pages slowly strolling back to the batter's box behind 0-2. Sanchez at 64 pitches, no outs in the top of the 5th. The lefty is ready. So is Pages. And so here we go. Pages just right of center field, tailing away, dive, and a catch made in center by Harrison Bader. Terrific play to take away a knock from Andy Pages. That sends Call scurrying back to the bag at first after out number 1.
Well, that's why the Phillies looked at Bader and acquired him. You know, Bader, growing up as an infielder, absolutely hated ground balls. His dad taught him how to play the outfield. And you can label him, he's a ball hawk. He can go and get it.
You label that the save of the game, brought to you by Metropolitan Water District of Southern California. Say goodbye grass and hello rebates. Visit BeWaterWise.com and look at what we have here, Rick Monday. Pinch hitting for Ben Rortvedt here in the top of the 5th. Will Smith. Will Smith making his 2025 postseason debut. Pinch hitting for Ben Rortvedt with Call on first and 1 out in the 5th as the Dodgers trail 3-0. For Will Smith, his last game was the 9th of September against Colorado. 3+ weeks, more than that, with a hairline fracture in his right hand after taking a foul ball off of that hand as he worked a game behind the plate in Pittsburgh. Just 3 games played in the month of September.
Dave Roberts was asked, he said, well, what about Will Smith? He's on the active roster. He said, well, we're trying to figure out a way that we can get him into the game. They don't necessarily want him to go 9 his first game back, but here he is.
Sanchez got a quick mound visit. Now he's ready to go. His first pitch to Smith. Swing and a miss, strike 1. A fastball at 94. Now Smith has been taking live BP this postseason. They try and get some reps with the bat, hitting in the cages as well, but nothing can simulate a game rep, especially a postseason game in Philadelphia. The 0-1 pitch. Smith takes. It's a strike call. The changeup cut in the outside corner. 0-2.
Now, Sanchez had just been throwing strikes. Unofficially, again, one batter. He threw ball 1-2 on the first pitch. Everything's been strikes.
The 0-2 pitch. Smith strikes out swinging. 3 pitches. 3 strikes. Another out for Sanchez. Now 2 gone in the inning. Here comes Otani for a 3rd time.
Yeah, Dodgers they're going to have to get out of the hole that they've dug for themselves, and that is just free swinging at pitches out of the strike zone consistently.
6 Ks now for Sanchez. Call has yet to move off first base after his leadoff infield single. Sanchez misses low, ball 1 on Otani, who has struck out twice. Swinging in the first on a changeup, looking at a sinker in the 3rd.
Yeah, so he missed on the first pitch. And a changeup.
Sanchez with a 1-0. Otani with a swing and a miss.
Otani way out in front of that breaking ball, and that swing was led with the chin. You got to stay back and be more compact. Think up the middle.
2 outs, runner on first. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. A changeup below the zone. Otani steps out of the batter's box and is granted time. Dodgers trail 3-0. We're approaching the halfway point of this series opener. Call on first. 2 outs. A ball and 2 strikes on the reigning MVP. Sanchez deals. Strike 3 called. 97 down the middle, and Otani turned into a statue. He is 0 for 3 with 3 punch-outs at the plate tonight. Call is stranded. Sanchez, 5 shutout with just 2 hits allowed. The Dodgers trail 3-0. We're halfway home.
It's a game of inches, and it feels especially true in the postseason. The Dodgers know it, and so does Edmunds. Edmunds is here to make sure that you're getting a fair payout on your car, nothing less. You can use their free appraisal tool to see up to 3 offers from car dealers who want to cut a check for your ride. There's no obligation, so you can use it even if you're just curious about how much you can get. Don't come up short. Go for a deal that works for you. Visit edmunds.com/Dodgers to see your offers today.
Hi, I'm Kike Hernandez. Winning a world championship is incredible, but nothing beats being a dad to my 4-year-old daughter, Penelope. Making sure she has a strong, healthy start means being present, playing, and staying patient, even when it feels challenging. First 5 California is my go-to for tips and supporting her growth and well-being, so she can thrive no matter what challenges come her way. Learn more at first5california.com.
Get ready, Dodger fans. Your Los Angeles Dodgers are back for October baseball.
The game's brightest star, ready for the game's biggest stage.
They're ready to run it back and defend their crown. Secure your spot at the ballpark and be part of the intensity of this year's postseason showdown. Feel the roar of the crowd, the thrill of clutch moments, and witness the world champs fight to keep the trophy where it belongs. Support your boys in blue. For tickets, visit Dodgers.com/postseason.
This is LA Dodgers baseball.
This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Los Angeles Dodgers and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Los Angeles Dodgers.
I'm dancing with my eyes closed.
Shohei Otani back to the mound for the bottom of the 5th. The Dodgers behind the Phillies 3-0. Both teams with 2 hits, but the Phillies with the big ones. JT Realmuto turned around a 100-mile-per-hour fastball from Otani, sent it out at nearly 112 off the bat in the right center field gap for a 2-run triple, and then he came home to score on a sacrifice fly. This inning, Otani will face 7, 8, and 9, Kepler, Bader, and Stock. Kepler 0 for 1. He grounded out to third in his first plate appearance. Left-handed hitter waiting on the first pitch. Cut on and missed, strike one. Shohei's first offering was a slider here in the fifth inning. Trying to hold the line and give the Dodgers a chance, but Mo, if we're being honest, the way Christopher Sanchez looks tonight, I don't know if any team would have a chance tonight. Strike two called off the plate away.
Well, if the Dodgers are not going to change their game plan from hitting, they're going to have to start prepping for Monday's game.
On an 0-2, Kepler swings and pops it foul to the top deck to our left.
Meanwhile, Otani has not pitched poorly at all. Well, you look at how that inning started off in the second. A walk, a single, and then not very well played ball to right center field.
He misses outside with a splitter, 1-2. I mean, that's putting it plainly. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike three. Busted him in with a fastball at 99 off the inside corner. 6 Ks now for Otani. But he is being outshined by Sanchez. By the way, the Phillies starter at just 72 pitches. Shohei now at 65 with Bader digging in. First pitch swung on and fouled away to the right side, strike one.
I mentioned that Bader did not like ground balls as a kid growing up. Didn't want any part of the infield, so they moved to the outfield.
Otani gives him a heater down the middle. He took it, strike two.
Well, we understand he's also a rather accomplished painter. And I'm not talking about, hey, paint the living room and a hallway. We're talking about painter.
Otani nearly hits him with a sweeper, and they say he did. Had him 0-2, Harrison Bader at the plate, and Shohei puts him on. Just a glancing sweeper off his front left elbow guard. The Dodgers are not going to challenge. On the second inning, back-to-back two-strike base runners allowed. Both came home to score against Otani. This fifth inning is a one-out two-strike base runner. That's a tough one to swallow, but he's got to move on, because here's the number 9 hitter, Bryson Stott. Strike one on the curve.
Bader does have 10 stolen bases. 50 games with the Phillies after he came over and did a very good job.
Stott 0 for 1 tonight with a strikeout. This one's lined over the head of Mookie Betts into left center field. Bader into second base. And so, Mo, there you go. A two-strike base runner that you hit, now in scoring position for Trey Turner.
Yeah, and it's not been the top of the order with the big bruisers that have done the damage.
Nope.
It's the 6, 7, 8, and 9 guys. But here comes the top of the order.
And the Phillies, with the energy that they have in this home ballpark tonight, are probably thinking these guys are due. Turner, Schwarber, and Harper combined 0 for 6 with 3 strikeouts.
Well, it's been a playground for the Phillies this year at home. They're 55-26.
Best home record in baseball. First and second, 1 out, 3-0. The throw to second off of Bader's forearm. It dribbles to the right side of the infield, picked up by Freeman, and Bader's shaking out his right arm as that pickoff attempt got him. We're going to pause 10 seconds for station ID on the World Champion Dodgers Audio Network.
The home of the world champion LA Dodgers. KLAC KYSR HD2 Los Angeles. Make us a preset on the free iHeartRadio app.
Citizens Bank Ballpark trying to get on Otani. First and second, 1 out in the bottom of the fifth. 3-0 Phillies as Turner lines one to short in the glove of Betts. And no one's going to get doubled off here, though it looked like Stott misread that ball, and he had to slide back into first base. The head-first dive. Mookie put it in his pocket. The runners hold. It's still first and second, 2 outs. And here's Kyle Schwarber. Activity in the Dodger bullpen. The left-hander Anthony Banda. Otani had 71 pitches with 2 outs in the 5th. Going to keep the Dodgers within 3. Time is called, and Otani being reminded by the home plate umpire to engage with the eyes of the hitter, Kyle Schwarber.
First at bat, Schwarber, if you just showing his leg, just barely missed a 2-2 pitch. He hit it a mile up in the air to deep right field.
Otani looks at Bader on second, comes home to Schwarber. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Started him off with a breaking ball that dove toward the outer half of the plate.
Well, Schwarber did not have a good month of September.
Otani's 0-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. A fastball at 100, the topper half of the zone.
Schwarber was also asked the other day during the workout, well, what are you going to try and do during the postseason? He had a pretty good summation.
The 0-2 is low, ball 1.
Schwarber's answer was, my approach in postseason, hit ding-dongs, don't be a ding-dong.
He has 21 postseason home runs, the 4th most all-time behind Manny Ramirez, Jose Altuve, and Bernie Williams. 3-0 Phillies. First and second, 2 out. A ball and 2 strikes. Otani deals and misses with ball 2 downstairs.
Look at him here. You don't want the full count with both runners going on a 3-2 pitch.
The 2-2. Pulled down and in. Full count. That was a fastball at 99. So from 0-2 to 3-2. Philly fans on their feet. Towels are a-waving. And now the payoff pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Otani screams and pumps his fists as he walks off the mound following his 7th strikeout. He strands a pair. He's finished with 5. The Dodgers trail, though, 3-0.
This is AM 570 LA Sports.
The We Make It Easy sales event is here. So now's the best time for a great deal on a new Toyota. Choose from the biggest selection of the year with the biggest savings. Drive home the all-hybrid Camry with its striking design, a trail-conquering Tacoma 4x4, or an adventurous RAV4. So hurry into your Toyota dealer. The time to drive home your new Toyota is here. We make it easy. Toyota. Let's go places.
Now it's easier than ever to find the Toyota that's just right for you at Toyota.com. You can explore our full lineup of vehicles, compare features side by side, search our available inventory, see our latest offers, find a dealer. You can even build, price, and accessorize your Toyota right online. So for your next Toyota car, truck, or SUV, just visit Toyota.com. We make it easy. Toyota. Let's go places.
Hey, it's Freddie Freeman. When it comes to your child's health, you want the team from Children's Hospital Los Angeles. At CHLA, groundbreaking research meets world-class expertise, with care completely tailored to kids. U.S. News and World Report has once again named CHLA the #1 hospital in California and ranked in the top 10 nationally for pediatrics. Whether it's routine checkups or life-saving treatments, Children's Hospital Los Angeles is where families turn. Find an all-star doctor today at chla.org.
The 5th inning was presented by Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel. San Manuel is now Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel. Find out more at Yamava.com.
Experience the thrill of October Baseball Live. Games 3 and potentially 4 of the National League Division Series will take place Wednesday and Thursday at Dodger Stadium. So secure your postseason tickets right now at Dodgers.com/postseason. National League Division Series underway in Philadelphia. The Dodgers down to the Phillies 3-0. Top of the 6th inning. And up to this point, Mo, we really haven't seen the Dodger offense show up. But that being said, you have to tip your cap to the starter, Christopher Sanchez.
Absolutely, because he has just read swings very well and matched up with Realmuto on top of it. And again, we're in the 6th inning, but the Dodgers have not made many adjustments in their approach to Sanchez, and he just keeps plugging away.
Mookie Betts, Teoscar Hernandez, and Freddie Freeman on the docket for the Dodgers in this 6th inning. Betts is 0 for 2. Takes the first pitch, strike one, a changeup on the outside corner. Sanchez unbeaten in this ballpark going back to the end of July in 2024. Since then, he's 7-0 with an ERA below 2. At 2, including the postseason. He misses down and away. Back-to-back changeups to begin Betts' AB. It's 1-1. Only Paul Skeens and Yoshinobu Yamamoto and a better batting average against than Sanchez. Mookie is jammed, and he slips one foul on the first base side. A ball and 2 strikes. And he's turned into a horse, Sanchez. Even though the Phillies lost their ace, Zach Wheeler, Sanchez has assumed the mantle and done so brilliantly. Ball and 2 strike count. The pitch from Sanchez. Betts slices one foul on the right field side. 32 starts this year. Sanchez allowed 2 or fewer runs in 25 of them. He went at least 6 innings in 24 of those starts. Another 1-2 pitch. Betts pokes one foul to stay alive. That was a changeup off the plate, and that is been the bread and butter tonight for Sanchez, who's kept the Dodgers on their heels, or I suppose more so on their toes. Another 1-2. Betts rolls one over to the left side. Routine play for Turner. Throws on the run, on the money. One gone.
What do you think that pitch was? Changeup.
Oh, yeah. It wasn't a stumper there.
No, it's not exactly stump the band material.
No. Teoscar Hernandez should be the one to jumpstart this offense tonight, given his misplay. Was not charged with an error in the 2nd inning, but again, a perceived lack of hustle. That much was evident watching the play, and if you haven't watched it, it's certainly available on social media. Ball 1 here from Sanchez. At the plate so far, he is 0 for 2. He has struck out twice, both times against the changeup. All right, check swing, and strike is called anyway. Changeup, dotting the outside corner. Even count 1-1. Sanchez now at 80 pitches, and we see some stirring in the Philadelphia bullpen.
Yeah, they just dialed up the phone in the Phillies bullpen.
Now the 1-1. Hernandez swings and fouls it away.
Dodgers, Stephen, are probably saying, geez, we wish you'd have called down there a little sooner. No one's throwing yet, but
I was just going to say, Mo, nobody was happier about that phone call than the Dodger lineup, apparently, because Christopher Sanchez has stifled them. 5 shutout, now 5 1/3, just 2 hits, and 4 base runners. 2 singles, one of them of the infield variety, a walk and a hit batter. On a 1-2, Sanchez misses in the dirt. Square count 2-2. Sanchez delivers. And Hernandez strikes out swinging. Hey, Mo, on what kind of pitch?
Well, it was an ankle-high changeup.
I mean, Shohei Otani and Teoscar Hernandez have looked abysmal in the batter's box tonight. And again, credit to Sanchez for making them look that way. They are 0 for 6 with 6 strikeouts. 2 of the top 3 hitters in the lineup tonight. Now Freddie Freeman, 2 outs, nobody on. 8 Ks now for Sanchez.
And not too many of those strike threes have been pitches in the strike zone.
The Dodgers have not had many good ABs tonight, and that's been kind of the thing they've been hanging their hats on the last couple of weeks. There's a strike to Freeman. Count is 1-1. First one throwing in the Philly bullpen is the veteran righty David Robertson. He's basically their setup man. Sanchez, 85 pitches as he comes home with a 1-1. Freeman doesn't bite on a pitch low and away.
And Sanchez and his innings actually fallen ball one to back-to-back hitters. That hasn't happened at any other point in the game.
The 2-1 to Freeman. This is inside, ball 3. Tommy Edman on deck. Well, the Dodgers have loved their 2-out offense this year, the most 2-out runs in baseball. And in the wild card round, they're productive with 2 outs. That's ball 4, a 2-out walk. Freddie Freeman on for the second time. He and Alex Call, Mo, have put forth the most competitive ABs tonight, I would say.
Yeah, no question about it. Yeah, with that bullpen for the Phillies going, you would imagine if Edman gets aboard, Kike Hernandez is the scheduled batter, and Phillies might possibly go to the bullpen.
Edman 0 for 2 tonight. Freeman on first, 2 outs, 3-0 Phillies. Ball 1 downstairs from Sanchez, perhaps the left-hander.
Yeah. Well, that's 3 batters in a row, ball 1.
So perhaps some fatigue or the energy wearing off, the come down from the high of postseason adrenaline. Your players talk about that before. The 1-0 pitch. Edman with a big swing, but a big miss. He fooled him with the changeup. I am so impressed with what we have seen from Sanchez tonight, particularly with that one pitch. The 1-1's on the way. And it misses downstairs, ball 2. Went to the fastball, his sinker at 95, but it was a couple inches below the zone. The pitch. Edman shoots one the other way. Through the right side, a base hit into right field. Freeman will hold at second. The tying run is coming to the plate for the Dodgers with Kike Hernandez.
Well, finally, someone goes the opposite way on an off-speed pitch and stays back on it.
And Tommy Edman, who has made great contact tonight, even his ground out in the 4th inning, he was hit like 108 off the bat. More good contact here using the big part of the field and giving the Dodgers back-to-back 2-out base runners and prompting a mound visit from Caleb Cotham, the Philly pitching coach. Kike Hernandez at the plate with the Dodgers trailing 3-0. He embodies the tying run.
Well, for Hernandez, he's 0 for 2 tonight. Bounced out to third, bounced back to the pitcher. Both times it's been on changeups away. He's only seen one fastball, Kike has tonight. There's been curveballs, there's been sliders, and a boatload of changeups.
So far tonight, Kike Hernandez is 0 for 2. He has grounded out twice on the infield, once to third and once to the pitcher. In the postseason, in his career, 88 games, he's a .286 hitter entering this series. The Dodgers need him now. Citizens Bank Ballpark on their feet. Freeman on second, Edman on first, 2 outs in the 6th, 3-0 Philadelphia. Sanchez with the ball at the belt. Comes set and fires. He misses downstairs, ball 1. All of his misses have been low.
And 4 batters in a row, ball 1.
And the best 2-out offense in baseball the last 2 years show up again on a 1-0 pitch. Hernandez turns on one down the line. Fair ball into the left field corner. Freddie Freeman's coming home. Tommy Edman running through a stop sign, and he does so smartly. He slides in safely to score. Kike Hernandez plates a pair with a 2-out, 2-run double.
Different ball game right now. That ball was just fair. And if you're looking at Debo Abel, yes, he held up the stop sign. Marsh had to go into the corner. That ball shot from the corner and started to roll towards center field. And for the Phillies, not a bad cutoff in relay, but Kike Hernandez stayed back very well on a breaking pitch. And the Dodgers are back in the game.
It's now a 1-run game, and the Phillies are making a pitching change. Sanchez is removed, and he will lead to a raucous ovation at Citizens Bank Ballpark. The Phillies lead the Dodgers 3-2. 2 outs. Hernandez on second. Will be right back for the finish in the top of the 6th.
At Verizon, lock in our low price, plus free roaming included in Mexico. Discover the best carne asada, never miss a text from the group chat, and save big with Verizon while you do it. Switch and get 4 lines for just $30 per line. See? Just $30 per line per month with unlimited welcome with auto pay plus taxes and fees. Plus calls, texts, and data in Mexico included, so you can use your phone sin problema. Stop by your Los Angeles Verizon store today. For unlimited welcome in times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds.
Bases are loaded, stakes are high, and hopes are even higher. If anyone can power through the pressure to win it all, it's the world champion Dodgers. As a proud sponsor since their inaugural season at Dodger Stadium, 76 would like to give a huge congratulations to the Dodgers on their 13th consecutive playoffs. Let's go, go, go for another win. 76, proud sponsor of the Los Angeles Dodgers since 1962. 76 is a trademark owned by Phillips 66 Company. Copyright 2025, all rights reserved.
Santa Anita Park is racing Friday through Sunday with millions in payouts every race day. Get on track for the English Pub Trackside, Hot Wings Fest, $30,000 Cherry Tree Giveaway, Oktoberfest Trackside, Pumpkin Patch and Fall Fun Fest, and Japan Family Day. Parking is free and admission is just $10. Plus, every Friday is free admission and parking and 50% happy hour all day. Choose your experience at santaanita.com/events. See you at the races.
First pitching change of the night presented by Navien, HVAC and water heater products. And so begins the chess match of the postseason in this division series. The Phillies removed the lefty Sanchez for a right-hander in David Robertson. The Dodgers counter with their move of their own, Mo. Pinch hitting for Alex Call, Max Muncy.
And for Muncy, not starting tonight against the lefties. He's been banged up. But a spot here, the tying run in scoring position.
Dave Roberts was asked before the game, what is Max Muncy's role this series in his playing time with all the lefties the Phillies have? And Dave Roberts described him as a silver bullet off the bench. Tying run in scoring position. 2 outs in the 6th. Here's the pitch from Robertson. It is ball 1, just missing the inside corner. The Phillies lead, but it's now by just 1 run. 3-2 after Kike's 2-run double. Robertson looks back at Hernandez, comes home to Muncy, who takes ball 2 downstairs and inside. It has been a frustrating and arduous 2025 for Max with a number of different ailments, and he's playing through them even now because he knows the importance.
He's not going to dwell on it, but he's not even close to 100%.
2 balls, no strikes. Robertson kicks and fires. Muncy has to jump out of the way of ball 3, way inside. Andy Pages is on deck. More activity in the bullpen for Philly, the lefty Tanner Banks, but again, you got to face at least 3 unless you finish an inning. The 3-0, Muncy swings and he's out in front. A foul ball on the first base side. Strike 1.
Banks is getting loose just in case this inning continues, and Otani is going to bat.
Muncy pinch hitting for Call. This is the 7th spot of the Dodger lineup. Dodgers trail 3-2. Kike Hernandez on second, the tying run. 3 balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. Muncy swings down the right field line, and it hooks foul comfortably. So back-to-back pitches. Muncy A little antsy, perhaps, and it's gone from 3-0 to full.
And back-to-back pitches where they try to come inside on his hands.
Muncy with a deep breath before he steps back into the batter's box. The Dodgers have the tying run on second base, down 3-2. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Muncy tries to check his swing. It's bounced toward the mound. Robertson picks it up. Underhand toss to first. And it gets Muncy by a step. It was a floater with the underhand from Robertson. And he beat Max by a hair. That ends the inning, stranding Kike Hernandez. But, Mo, we got a different ball game. It is 3-2 Phillies as we go to the bottom of the sixth.
When you want Dodgers, the only home is AM 570 LA Sports.
Like our championship-winning boys in blue, your Southern California Chevy dealers have star talent at every position. Leading off, the #1 selling full-size pickup in Southern California, Chevy Silverado, with 9 unique trims to choose from, including ZR2, designed for maximum off-road performance and capability, with features like an off-road cut front bumper and 2-inch factory lift. No roads are no problem. Looking for a bold and sporty high-performance pickup? That's RST. From its aggressive style to its responsive feel, it's an energizing presence that really stands out. And for the ultimate combination of luxury and capability, there's High Country, offering premium leather seating and a 5.3-liter V8 engine, so you're both comfortable and in command. Stop by and drive one home today, or shop now at SoCalChevy.com. Based on S&P Global Mobility new retail registrations using large pickup segmentation. Call 844-55-CHEVY or see dealer for details.
Take me out to Morongo, where I can watch all the games, with thousands of slot machines and blackjack and big screen TVs from the front to the back. So just grab a seat at the sideline. You won't miss a play when you go, 'cause the good times are only right here at Morongo.
One is gone.
The LA Dodgers are back. Back to the field for more LA Dodgers baseball. And now we return to the Galvin Motors broadcast booth.
The Dodgers score 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors. They leave 1 on in the top of the 6th, but they get within 1 as we enter the bottom of the 6th. Brought to you by the hard-working Chevy Silverado, built on a legacy of long-lasting dependability. See your Southern California Chevy dealer today or go shopping at SoCalChevy.com. Well, Mo, Kike Hernandez, time and again this time of year, comes up with big swings. And that swing, a 2-run double with 2 outs, gave the Dodgers some life as they knocked out Christopher Sanchez, who was dealing all night.
Well, for Kike Hernandez, this is the 89th postseason game that he has played in his career. Right at 241 at-bats, so this is nothing new, the pressure cooker.
Bryce Harper leading off the bottom of the 6th, taking ball 1 from Otani, still out there. A curve that bounced in front of the plate. Harper tonight is 0 for 2 with a K. Otani at 77 pitches to get through 5. Changes behind Shohei. After this pitch, a 1-0. Harper swings and fouls a strike over the net to our left. 1-1. Max Muncy remains in the game at third after he pinch hit for Alex Call. That pushes Kike Hernandez out to left. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Good splitter from Shohei. Gets Harper to chase. The pitch. This is low. Tried to go back to the well. This time Harper laid off the splitter. 2-2.
Alex Vessia beginning to warm up in the Dodgers bullpen.
And now a 2-2. Harper swings and misses. Strike 3. Otani put them away with the curve. 8 strikeouts now for the Dodgers starter/DH.
Well, what he is doing, not only has it never happened in Major League Baseball before in postseason, where you're the starting pitcher and the designated hitter. But you look at, how on earth do you work out and plan, separate your workouts for pitcher and a hitter?
Alec Bohm swings at the first pitch, pops it high in the air, shallow right field. Coming in Hernandez, he's waiting, and he squeezes the second out of the 6th inning.
I mean, just like every time that Otani takes the field, it's like, oh, we've never seen this before. That's why, Andrew Friedman, again, if you just joined us late, president of baseball operations, made a comment yesterday, asked about Otani, goes, nothing that he does surprises me, yet everything that he does surprises me.
2 outs, bases empty. 3-2 Philadelphia. Brandon Marsh pulls the first pitch foul on the first base side, strike 1. Marsh, the lefty, singled and scored in the second and struck out in the 4th, so he's 1 for 2. The Dodgers within a run thanks to Kike Hernandez. The 0-1 pitch. Marsh waves at strike 2. A curveball with some bite to it.
The thing about Otani is that what we understand in talking to people and just trying to learn more about what makes him tick, he doesn't want to just be good. He wants to be the best.
Ever.
And he's willing to invest all the blood, sweat, and tears to get there.
The 1-2 is inside. Marsh has to shoot out of the way of a bouncer.
Now, the ability is off the charts, but so's the dedication.
I mean, his work ethic, the way he is able to slow down every moment. A ball and 2 strikes. Otani twirls and fires and misses outside. Square count 2-2. He has optimized his body every moment of the day, every meal, every sleep, to gear him up to do this. On a 2-2. Otani misses low with a slider, and Marsh has filled up the count, 3-2.
I mentioned earlier that he was on the bus with Otani come to the ballpark today. He was cool and collected, like he was going to a movie.
The payoff pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. And Otani again comes off the mound, screaming and pumping his fist as he has pitched another 1-2-3 inning. 1-2-3 in the 6th go the Phillies with bookending Ks. 9 now for Shohei. The Dodgers still trail 3-2.
When you want Dodgers, the only home is AM 570 LA Sports.
What do you think makes the perfect snack?
It's gotta be when I'm really craving it and it's convenient.
Could you be more specific?
When it's convenient.
Okay.
Like a freshly baked cookie made with real butter, available right down the street at AM/PM, or a savory breakfast sandwich I can grab in just a second at AM/PM.
I'm seeing a pattern here.
Well, yeah, we're talking about what I crave.
Which is anything from AM/PM.
What more could you want?
Stop by AM/PM, where the snacks and drinks are perfectly craveable and convenient. That's Cravenience. AM/PM, too much good stuff.
Spectrum TV fixed TV and combined all your favorite sports streaming apps with live TV.
32, Blue 32. Hi. It's only more Hail Marys.
It's only more bottom of the ninth magic.
It's only more slow motion replays.
It's only getting all the sports with over 100 hours worth of streaming apps like ESPN, Fox One, Tennis Channel, Peacock, and more, included with live TV at no extra cost. It's only the way TV should be. It's only everything. Learn more at SpectrumTV.com.
Get ready, Dodger fans. Your Los Angeles Dodgers are back for October baseball.
The game's brightest star, ready for the game's biggest stage.
They're ready to run it back and defend their crown. Secure your spot at the ballpark and be part of the intensity of this year's postseason showdown. Feel the roar of the crowd, the thrill of clutch moments, and witness the world champs fight to keep the trophy where it belongs. Support your boys in blue. For tickets, visit Dodgers.com/postseason.
Vroom, vroom.
From the Galpin Motors broadcast booth.
Streaming right to your mobile device.
LA Dodgers baseball continues on its official home.
Top of the 7th inning brought to you by Shakey's Pizza Parlor, the official pizza partner of the Dodgers audio broadcast. When it's game night, it's group night at Shakey's.com. DOMO, after the Phillies scored 3 runs in the 2nd inning against Otani to snap his scoreless inning streak, thinking, uh-oh, but now you look up, and he has a quality start. 6 innings in just those 3 runs allowed, 9 strikeouts in his first postseason pitching outing of his career.
Well, the Phillies got an extra run in that 3rd inning because the Dodgers did not play a ball to right center field well. They did not throw it back into the infield well, and the infield didn't handle it very well. That's the difference in the ball game right now.
Top of the 7th. 8, 9, and 1 due up for the Dodgers. Pages, Smith, and Otani. Righty Robertson still on the mound. He got the last out of the 6th. He'll face the righties Pages and Smith to start. First pitch of the inning. Pages swings and fouls back. A fastball at 92, strike 1. The Dodgers trail 3-2 in Game 1 of this National League Division Series. The best of 5 to move on and play for a pennant. The 0-1. Pages takes upstairs. Ball and a strike. Tonight, Pages is 0 for 2. He struck out in the 3rd. In the 5th, he was robbed in right center field by Harrison Bader. Took away a line drive. The 1-1 pitch. Misses downstairs. And this is the quietest we have heard Citizens Bank Ballpark all night.
And that's what you want if you're the visiting team, especially in Philadelphia. Quiet ballpark.
The 2-1 now. Pages swings and pushes a fly ball in the air, slicing toward the line. Drifting over is Kepler, and it hits the very top of the rail in right field, and it bounces foul. So Pages will have another life with the count 2-2. And the Phillies still lead, but the nervous energy starting to sneak in for the late innings. The Dodgers out hitting the Phillies by 1. The Phillies outscoring the Dodgers by 1. Tying run at the plate with Andy Pages. He takes time. He's adjusting his batting gloves. Pages trying to snap out of a slump that extends to the final week of the regular season. Robertson steps back for his 2-2. That is a hair downstairs. An excellent pitch from Robertson. A fastball at the shins, but a better take from Pages. And now a full count. Ooh, how do you spin on that? So here we go. The payoff pitch. Pages hits it on the ground through the left side beyond a diving Trey Turner at short. And a leadoff single for Andy Pages. That's his first hit of the postseason. And it puts the tying run on for the Dodgers in the 7th.
Yeah, cut fastball inside. And for Pages, he's so quick with his hands. In fact, when Andy Pages understands as his career continues, he's going to understand, look, I can stay back a little farther because he is strong. He's quick with his hands. He does not have to commit as early as he sometimes does.
So here's Will Smith, second plate appearance after pinch hitting for Rortvedt in the 5th. First pitch swinging, popped in the air, drifting foul on the first base side. That'll get into the seats. Strike 1. Smith struck out on 3 pitches against Sanchez. As you look down to the Dodger bullpen, Mo, it is not Alex Vessia throwing anymore. It is a right-hander, and it's Tyler Glasnow. But what will the scoreboard be if or when he gets into the game? Right now it's 3-2 Phillies. Runner on first, nobody out in the top of the 7th. On an 0-1, Smith turns out of the way of a knuckle curve inside.
Well, Dave Roberts can look at the lineup card. Everybody else has to concentrate on the top half of the inning with a tying run over first base. But Roberts knows it started off Real Muto, right-hander, then a lefty, then a right-hander, and then a lefty scheduled for the Phillies.
Robertson out of the stretch. Smith is hit. He is hit with a knuckle curve. Robertson cursing at himself on the mound. And so now the tying run is in scoring position for Shohei Otani.
Well, this is why they had a lefty warming up in the pen, the Phillies.
Rob Thompson, the Philly manager, makes the call down to the pen. He's going to make a change. First and second for the Dodgers. No outs in the 7th. The MVP due up to face the new reliever Tanner Banks when we come back. Or excuse me, Matt Strom. I beg your pardon. When we come back on the World Champion Dodgers Audio Network.
Spectrum TV, Fixed TV, and combined all your favorite sports streaming apps with live TV.
32, Blue 32! It's only more Hail Marys!
It's only more bottom of the ninth magic.
It's only more slow motion replays.
It's only getting all the sports with over 100 hours worth of streaming apps like ESPN, Fox One, Tennis Channel, Peacock, and more, included with live TV at no extra cost. It's only the way TV should be. It's only everything. Learn more at SpectrumTV.com.
Hey, it's Andre Ether, and if you're a proud Latino like me, you are celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month. Superior Grocers is joining in with La Raza with all your favorites. Delicious pan dulce from the bakery, carnitas, fresh produce to make a killer salsa or ceviche, and their famous Superior Ranch carne asada. Superior Grocers brings the best deals to the plate, and you always hit a home run. Get in on the celebration and download the Superior Grocer app for weekly ads and digital deals. Superior Grocers, quality, variety, and value.
Hi, I'm Kike Hernandez. Winning a world championship is incredible, but nothing beats being a dad to my 4-year-old daughter, Penelope. Making sure she has a strong, healthy start means being present, playing, and staying patient, even when it feels challenging. First 5 California is my go-to for tips and supporting her growth and well-being, so she can thrive no matter what challenges come her way. Learn more at first5california.com.
Pitching change for the Phillies, brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Your 15-minute drive-through oil change with locations throughout Southern California. Buckle up, folks. The Dodgers trail 3-2, but they have the tying run in scoring position. First and second, no outs in the top of the 7th. Shohei Otani will face the new pitcher for the Phillies, the left-hander Matt Strahm. Over the last 2 years, in 7 games against the Dodgers, Strahm has allowed just 4 of 23 batters faced to reach. Otani in his career against Strahm, 2 for 6 with 2 Ks. Strahm, extreme first base side of the rubber, in the stretch, looks back at Pages, comes home to Shohei, and misses. Ball 1 just off the plate away. That didn't miss by much, if at all.
Well, Strahm has actually had a lower batting average against to right-handed hitters. They're just 196, then lefties 233.
Shohei 0 for 3 at the plate with 3 strikeouts tonight. He swings and fouls it on the first base side, 1-1.
Well, he's been pulling off the ball all night long, and that was with Sanchez out there, including out in front of change-ups and then taking fastballs twice for cold strikes.
Pages on second, Smith on first. No outs in the 7th, 3-2 Phillies. The 1-1. Otani is jammed and fouls it away on the third base side. That's strike 2. Citizens Bank Ballpark is one of 2 National League parks that Otani has yet to hit a home run in. Cincinnati is the other.
A spot trying to keep the ball off the ground to avoid the ground ball double play.
The Philly fans on their feet, waving their towels nervously as the Dodgers have the tying run in scoring position and the go-ahead run on first. The 1-2 from Strahm, called strike 3, a fastball down the middle, and Shohei continues to look lost tonight at the plate.
Yeah, that's back-to-back called strike 3s, and at both times fastballs right down the heart of the plate.
He is 0 for 4 with 4 punch-outs. Worse than that, he is not productive here in the 7th. First and second, 1 down. Now Mookie Betts' turn. First pitch from Strahm, a strike on the outside corner. This is a golden opportunity for the Dodger offense, one they simply cannot squander. Betts tonight, 0 for 3. The lefty Strahm sets and fires. Betts takes high. 1-1. Mookie lifetime against Strahm. 3 for 7 with a home run and 2 Ks. Pages and Smith aboard. 1 out in the 7th. The Dodgers trail by a run. On a 1-1. Betts fouls back, strike 2 over the net to our right. Matt Strahm coming in through a really tough lane. Otani, Betts, and Teoscar Hernandez.
Not quite the velocity of Sanchez. That pitch was at 93.
Behind in the count, 1-2. Here's the pitch. High. And the count squares up.
Again, the fastball at 93.
Since the start of September, Mookie Betts leads all of Major League Baseball in RBIs with 26. First and second, one out in the seventh. 3-2 Phillies. Here's the pitch. Betts swings, pulls one down the left field line. It is hooking toward the seats, and it gets into them foul. And the runners will reset.
Just watching Pages, he was not getting a very big secondary lead off the bag. Yeah, stopped the second baseman, kind of dodging in and then back out, trying to keep him close.
"26 games since September, 26 RBIs for Betts. First and second. On a 2-2 pitch. Strom misses wildly with ball three up and away. Nice work by Realmuto to shoot his glove arm out there to snare it. Full count. It's a one-run ball game. The Dodgers have the tying run in scoring position with Pages. Smith on first as well. Strom's payoff. Betts pops it up on the infield. Bohm calling for it at third. It's in the glove, and that's out number 2.
Fastball tied him up at 92.
And Shohei Otani and Mookie Betts, who were dynamite in the wild card, going 9 for 18, both come up empty here in the 7th. And again, cannot move Pages and Smith up a base. And so now it's up to Teoscar Hernandez. The first pitch from Strom. Hernandez takes high, ball 1. It has been a tough night for Teo. 0 for 3, 3 strikeouts. And part of the misplay in right field, and the Phillies scored 3 runs in the second inning. He can make up for it with one swing. The pitch. Hit high in the air, right center field. Bader on the run, on the warning track. He's at the wall. It's gone! Teo time in game 1. He flips the scoreboard with a 3-run bomb.
And all of a sudden, Citizens Bank Park resembles a library. Nice and quiet. That ball just continued to travel and travel. And Daniels Jewelers, proud sponsor of the trip around the diamond. Your family jeweler since 1948. So visit danielsjewelers.com/baseball for a free baseball bracelet and $50 off a $99 coupon.
The Dodgers jump ahead 5-3. Teoscar Hernandez fired up around the bases and back through the dugout. Here's Freddie Freeman. 2 outs and the base is now empty. Ball 1 from Strom.
And the Dodgers continue that habit too, Stephen. We've been talking about it really since spring training. It's like the 2-out kids.
The pitch. Freeman swings, pops it in the air, left field side, going back from third. Bowman foul ground. He is there to make the catch with plenty of room to spare. That ends the 7th inning. But Teoscar Hernandez, for a second straight game, atones for a misplay in right with a massive swing. A 3-run go-ahead home run in the 7th. They give the Dodgers a lead in game 1.
LA's best sports star.
That's a good endorsement there.
AM 570 LA Sports.
Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel is California's #1 entertainment destination for all your favorite music. Don't miss Pitbull as he brings all his popular reggaeton and exciting hip-hop songs to Yamava Theater November 24th. R&B pop legend Janet Jackson will have you dancing at your seat when she hits the stage on December 29th. And grab tickets for the charismatic Latin pop singer Ricky Martin as he heats up the new year on January 8th. Only at Yamava, California's premier entertainment destination. Visit YamavaTheater.com for details. You in? Must be 21 or over to enter. Please gamble responsibly.
How many Smith you're talking about Galvin Ford? I've known Mike Schwartz, general manager, Paul Ulbrich, general sales manager for a long time. #1 in the world, Galvin, 29 years in a row. October is championship time, and they want it again. They want you to check out those 2,400 cars, trucks, SUVs. Get your price, choose your finance or lease terms. Do it all online if you like. Shop and buy from home. They'll drive it right to you. Plus, easy financing. They finance customers nearly every day who've been turned down elsewhere, and they have the 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty on almost every used vehicle and every single new one. So again, it's Mike Schwartz, it's Paul Ulbrich, it's GalpinFord.com.
Hey, this is Adrian Gonzalez. Daniels Jewelers is a proud sponsor of the Trip Around the Diamond and your family jeweler since 1948. Daniels is giving every fan a voucher for a free team bracelet and $50 off any $99 purchase. Visit danielsjewelers.com/baseball to get your voucher. That's danielsjewelers.com/baseball. You can redeem at any of the 100 Daniels Jewelers stores nationwide. Own the dream with Daniels Jewelers.
Get ready, Dodger fans. Your Los Angeles Dodgers are back for October baseball.
The game's brightest star, ready for the game's biggest stage.
They're ready to run it back and defend their crown. Secure your spot at the ballpark and be part of the intensity of this year's postseason showdown. Feel the roar of the crowd, the thrill of clutch moments, and witness the world champs fight to keep the trophy where it belongs. Support your boys in blue. For tickets, visit Dodgers.com/postseason. Blue October is on.
Back-to-back is in reach. Let's make some history.
This is LA Dodgers playoff baseball on the LA Dodgers Audio Network.
The Dodgers fell behind 3-0 early. They have roared back to take a 5-3 lead. We're on the other side of the 7th inning stretch. Teoscar Hernandez with a go-ahead 3-run home run with 2 outs in the top of the 7th off the left-hander Matt Strahm. And so now the Dodgers 9 outs away from a win. And Shohei Otani leaves in line for a win now, Mo, because Tyler Glasnow has taken the hill.
Well, right at the top of the list right here is to come in and throw strikes. You're dealing with a potent offense. He's going to be working to the bottom part of the lineup initially and trying to make sure that the top part of the lineup is not going to come on here in the 7th with runners on base.
And an interesting subplot for this outing for Glasnow. Out of the bullpen, his first appearance in a postseason game as a Dodger, Mo. You flash back to the 6th of April this year. Glasnow's second start of the season, and it was disastrous. 2 innings, 5 runs, 4 of them scored after he left the game, a grand slam given up by Alex Vessia. But as rain poured down, Tyler Glasnow seemingly lost composure on the mound. He didn't like the way the mound felt. He walked the house, and then he was charged with 5 runs in an eventual 8-7 Phillies win. He has come back to Philadelphia, now pitching in Game 1 of the division series, trying to hold on to this Dodger lead.
And Dave Roberts was talking about the fact that, hey, look, Glasnow is really scheduled. This would be a normal throw day for him. This was the only day in this series that he would be available out of the bullpen because he's scheduled to start, if needed, Game 5, or make that Game 4 in Los Angeles.
JT Realmuto leading off. 6, 7, and 8 due up for the Phillies. The first pitch from Glasnow is a ball outside, a fastball at 98. Realmuto tonight, responsible of 2. He's factored in on all 3 Phillies runs. Drove in 2 and then scored the 3rd. Glasnow misses again. This time downstairs with 98. And Mo, so you said the first objective, throw strikes.
Yeah, you got to challenge the hitters right here.
The 2-0. Realmuto takes a strike. That's a fastball again at 98 again. This time it's in the zone. Because, again, just a 2-run lead. And as they say in baseball, bloop and a blast away from a tie game. 5-3 Dodgers in the bottom of the 7th. Just underway. The pitch. That is high. Very top of the zone. Just missed it. 3-1. Max Kepler on deck.
He's going to get on base. He's going to have to swing the bat. No free passes. You cannot walk the batter here.
On a 3-1, Realmuto swings and hits it hard to third. Stopped by Muncy. He's up, spins and fires, and Freeman can't dig it out. It dribbles away from Freeman. That was a spectacular play at third by Muncy. And the rare sight, Mo, of Freddie Freeman failing to pick a ball in the dirt.
Absolutely amazing stop. Didn't look like there was any chance at all that Muncy could make the stop. As he turned his back to the infield and got up and made the throw, the ball hit right at the edge of the grass in the dirt. I'm not certain that Freeman got a true hop. But what a stop by Muncy.
It scored E5 on Muncy. He does not deserve that error. Strike one from Glasnow to Kepler. That was nearly the play of the game. 5-3 Dodgers, but the Phillies have the tying run at the plate with Max Kepler, who's 0 for 2. Left-handed hitter hunkered down. Glasnow in the stretch. Kepler flies one to left field. Routine for Kike Hernandez. He's there to make the catch. Out number one, Real Muto back to the bag at first. A pinch hitter here for the Phillies. Nick Castellanos, who had lost his starting spot as the regular season went along, will come on to pinch hit for Harrison Bader. Will Smith will visit Glasnow on the mound to game plan for Castellanos. Castellanos this season hit .250, an OPS of .694 in 147 games. So it wasn't his favorite season, but he did have hits in 5. Of the games down the stretch in the month of September. He's the tying run for the Phillies. 1 on, 1 out, bottom 7, 5-3 LA. Glasnow deals. Castellanos takes. It's ball one, a slider low and away.
Yeah, Castellanos only 17 games that he participated in September.
Short lead at first for Real Muto. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Good slider from Glasnow. On a 1-1. Castellanos swings and bounces a strike foul toward the Dodgers on deck circle. Advantage Glasnow 1 and 2.
I'll tell you what, two very talented teams. And we're talking about a 2-run game right here in the 7th inning. Maybe the two best teams, arguably, in the National League. Brewers would have a vote in that as well.
The pitch. Good slider, just didn't get Castellanos to bite. Missed off the plate by a few inches. The count squares up 2-2. The Dodgers up 5-3 thanks to Teoscar Hernandez's go-ahead 3-run home run in the top of this inning. And now, the toughest outs of the ball game. Trying to steal game one and home field advantage in this division series. A long way to go, though. Here comes a 2-2. It's in the dirt, blocked by Smith.
No walks. Cannot afford walks.
The Dodger bullpen in the last 71 innings, 41 walks issued. Glasnow, of course, a traditional starter, but part of the bullpen here tonight. Full count, the pitch to Castellanos. Swung on, chopped to third. Muncy has it. He goes to Edman for one. Here's the turn. That is two. 5-4-3 inning-ending double play. Tyler Glasnow out of the bullpen in his Dodger postseason debut. Posts a shutdown 0 in the 7th. Still 5-3 Dodgers as we move along to the 8th.
AM 570.
LA's best sports talk.
The real home of the Dodgers.
If you've been injured in an accident, Jacoby and Myers will go to bat for you and fight for the justice you deserve. With over 50 years of experience in the field and the trust of tens of thousands of clients, Jacoby and Myers has the winning record you want on your side. Jacoby and Myers handles every case with the same level of care, and your case matters at Jacoby and Myers, the official law firm of the Los Angeles Dodgers. For a free consultation, call 1-800-5-MILLION today. Jacoby and Myers, let the big league lawyers fight for you.
Escape the confines of the city for the expansive beauty of the Santa Ynez Valley. Enjoy a vibrant 2-hour drive up the coast to your destination getaway. Shumash Casino Resort. Trade in your daily hustle and bustle for a stress-free, no agenda necessary break. We have all your favorite things, from a spacious gaming floor to a relaxing pool to an elegant 4-diamond restaurant. Pure joy awaits. Welcome to freedom. Go to shumashcasino.com. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
When you look at a Ford F-150, you'll see hard work, a great adventure, and so much more. Inside and out, it's designed for the family, the road trip, and the most demanding jobs.
With that kind of versatility, it's no wonder it's America's best-selling truck for 48 years and counting.
The 2025 Ford F-150, from California's best-selling truck brand, Ford. It's time to see Ford in a new light.
Now, this very moment, back to the Galpin Motors broadcast booth on your official home of Los Angeles Dodgers baseball.
Top of the 8th inning at Citizens Bank Ballpark, brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. The MVP for fun, food, and good times. Less than 90 minutes from wherever you are. Morongo celebrating 20 years of good times. The Dodgers having better times in Philly now that they have the lead. 5-3 in game 1. Now they're trying to extend that lead. They will face a new arm out of the Philly bullpen. It's the right-hander Orion Kerkering. Let's pause 10 seconds for the station ID on the World Champion Dodgers Audio Network.
The home of the world champion LA Dodgers. KLAC KYSR HD2 Los Angeles. Make us a preset on the free iHeartRadio app.
Tommy Edman, Kike Hernandez, and Max Muncy due up for the Dodgers in this 8th inning. Edman tonight 1 for 3 with a base hit and a run score. Take strike 1 from Kerkering. The next pitch from Kerkering, 99 on the inner half, strike 2. Edman has had some loud contact tonight, only 1 hit to show for it. Defensively behind Kerkering, Bader out of the game, Marsh now in center, so Kepler moves from right to left, and Castellanos takes over in right. The pitch. Edman takes strike 3. Checked his swing on a pitch he thought was low. 3 pitches, 3 strikes, and 1 out for Kerkering in this 8th. And it has been announced, Mo, by the Phillies that Castellanos pitch hitting for Harrison Bader wasn't a matchup thing. It was an injury thing. Harrison Bader pulled with a left hamstring strain.
That's never good, especially postseason play.
Kike Hernandez on the ground is short. Backhanded by Turner. Throws, and Harper digs it out. Nice play on the 6-3 put out for the Phillies to get out number 2.
Yeah, for Harper, just 2 errors he's made at first base this year. Hey, friends, experience the thrill of October baseball. We're in it right now tonight in Philadelphia. Now, games 3 and 4 of the division series will take place Wednesday and Thursday at Dodger Stadium. Don't get left out. Tickets are on sale, Dodgers.com/postseason.
Now Max Muncy, 2 outs, bases empty, 5-3 Dodgers in the top of the 8th. 100 from Kerkering, north of the zone, and yet called a strike. Muncy tonight came off the bench as a pinch hitter. He swings through strike 2. He grounded out to the pitcher back in the 6th inning. He made a great effort on a play at third the last half inning, but was charged for an error. The 0-2 from Kerkering misses upstairs, bounces off the glove of Realmuto, dribbles to the backstop. A ball and 2 strikes. The Dodgers would love some insurance runs. That is for sure. On a 1-2, Muncy checks his swing on a high pitch, and he didn't go. The Phillies appeal down to third, but lose in the eyes of the crew chief, Mark Wegner.
The amateur umpires have not been real accurate tonight.
No. Now the 2-2. This one is called ball 3. That looked pretty good from our vantage point, like it hit the inside corner. But Muncy will not argue. He has the count full. It sets up this payoff. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Beating with a sweeper. Kerkering pitches a 1-2-3-8 with bookending strikeouts. It's still the Dodgers 5 and the Phillies 3 in the middle of the 8th.
When you want Dodgers, the only home is AM 570 LA Sports.
All right, everyone. Welcome to Arco Rewards Orientation. I'm Hannah.
Whoa. Is everything okay?
That's a code green. Someone just earned at least 5 cents a gallon in rewards.
Wow. Another one?
Well, that one's a code gold. The customer just redeemed savings of up to $1 a gallon.
Impressive. What does that one mean?
Oh, that's just Piggy. He gets excited when we talk about rewards.
Savings of up to $1 per gallon redeemable with 20 rewards dollars in your loyalty account at participating locations. Terms and conditions apply.
We want to remind you that every time the Dodgers win, Cars for Kids wins because we're making a donation. And you should too. Donate that old car to Cars for Kids now. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS today, and they'll pick up your car as soon as tomorrow. It's the quickest, easiest way to get rid of your unused vehicle. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS or go to carsforkids.org. That's 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS or go to carsforkids.org. Remember, that's Cars with a K.
The boys in blue want to go deep into the playoffs, and that takes quality play and trust at every position. And speaking of trust, you can trust Hoffy. It's the best lineup of hot dogs, from premium beef franks to bacon wrap hot dogs to their all-time MVP, the natural casing beef frankfurter.
Visit HoffyBrand.com to find your nearest Hoffy product. And remember, you can trust the boys in blue will go deep into the playoffs, just like you can trust Hoffy hot dogs to be the best.
Hoffy, local, original, great.
This is LA Dodgers baseball.
The Dodgers have a chance to do something we haven't seen in decades.
Time to go back to back on your home of the LA Dodgers.
Tonight's game is brought to you by First 5 California. 1 in 3 children are at risk of toxic stress, but there are things parents can do to help. You want to learn how to overcome it? Visit first5california.com. In Philadelphia, the Dodgers and Phillies into the bottom of the 8th in Game 1 of the NLDS. The Dodgers are on top by 2. They need 6 more outs. Tyler Glasnow preparing for his second inning of work. They have a new second baseman behind him as Miguel Rojas comes off the bench to take the place of Tommy Edman.
Edman hampered with that ankle a little bit. So with Rojas, more range. It also gives Edman a chance to get back in the training room and ice down right now and get him ready. Tomorrow's an off day, back in harness again on Monday.
Bryson Stott, the number 9 hitter, to lead things off, followed by Trey Turner and Kyle Schwarber. Muncy on the grass at third. Stott takes a first pitch from Glasnow. It's a strike. A fastball in the outer third. Glasnow, the leadoff man on in the 7th. And then got an inning-ending double play. Back-to-back strikes to start this 8th. Another fastball, this one at the knee, splitting the plate, 0-2.
I'm just thinking, this is Game 1. And this is exactly the way postseason should be, a nail-biter. Everybody on their feet. Every pitch means something. Every swing means something.
An 0-2. Spiked in front of the plate.
I mean, this is what it's supposed to be. You beat your brains out and play 162 games to see which teams are going to qualify for postseason play, and then game is on.
A short series tournament sprint. On a 1-2, stop. Swings and misses. Strike 3. A curve from Glasnow, his first strikeout tonight, and the first out of the 8th.
Boy, and how big is this for Glasnow? This would have been a throw day. He would have had a bullpen session. And he just came back with just a terrific curveball right there.
Top of the Philly lineup now, Trey Turner. 5-3 Dodgers, 1 out, bases empty. Strike 1 from Glasnow. Fastball at 97 on the outer half. Turner tonight 0 for 3 with a K. Glass now sets. Out of the stretch. Nobody on. He delivers a slider, and it just misses the outside edge. Up in the Dodger bullpen, Roki Sasaki. Pitch number 20 of the night for Glass now is low. Another slider that misses the zone. 2 balls and a strike for Turner.
And obviously, you do not want runner on base with Schwarber and then Harper to follow.
No. The 2-1 Turner takes. It's downstairs again. Ball 3.
This is a big pitch coming up right here.
I mean, it's the pitch of the night. Given where we stand, the Dodgers lead by 2. Tying run on deck for Philadelphia. Turner ahead 3-1. Glass now kicks and fires. It is ball 4, and the tying run will come to the plate. Kyle Schwarber represents the tying run. He mashed 56 home runs and he drove in 132 in the regular season. Glass now starts him off with a fastball down Broadway. Strike 1 taken at 98. Turner on first with a short lead. The 0-1. Schwarber swings and fouls away strike 2. It was a high curve splitting the plate.
Well, for Schwarber, this is nothing new. This is a postseason at bat number 231. Make that 232. He has 21 postseason home runs.
Glass now ahead, 0-2. Here's the pitch. Strike 3 swinging. Drop the hook on him. That's out number 2.
That's the second really good curveball here in the 8th inning. Struck out Stott, the leadoff hitter, with the hook.
Not out of the woods yet.
Nope.
Bryce Harper, the batter, the 2-time MVP. First pitch swinging and missing. Started him off with a curveball.
I don't think either team can say out of the woods yet until the final out of this game and then see who has the most runs up on the board.
Turner on first. 2 outs in the 8th. 5-3 LA. Glass now sets and deals and misses outside.
Just watching Stephen too, said I've not noticed any hesitancy on Will Smith throwing the ball back to the pitcher or down to second base between innings.
The pitch, strike 2. Fastball down the middle at 96. Harper checked his swing. Did that tell you anything when you see a hitter like Harper check his swing on a fastball down the middle?
I think he was looking for that hook.
A ball and 2 strikes. Glass now needs 1 more strike to get out of the 8th. Here it comes. Harper, ground ball, base hit through the right side. Turner's going to go from first to third. The tying runs on for Philadelphia after a 2-strike single from Bryce Harper.
And that was the curveball, and that was not the best of the inning.
Yeah, that was one that kind of hung up there.
Yep. And especially when you're ahead in the count 1-2.
Alec Bohm, the go-ahead run at the plate now. Turner on third, Harper on first. Tying runs at the corners for the Phillies. The Dodgers up 5-3 with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. The first pitch to Bohm. Taken, it's ball 1 away.
And Bohm, one of the hot hitters, only in 14 games in September, but hit .345. You know, the guy that got banged up, but he's healthy enough to be in there.
Bohm, a right-handed hitter. Waiting on the pitch. Here it is. It's low and in the dirt outside. 2-0. Mark Pryor is going to hop on the horn down with the Dodger bullpen. Glasnow at 31 pitches. And I think the infield is going to go visit and give the Dodgers an extra moment.
Well, you know, also from a hitting standpoint, the Phillies are 2 runs down. There's 2 outs here in the 8th inning. Almost a go-ahead run. He's going to go hunting a pitch. Now, is he going to look for the fastball or the breaking ball? Most hitters will be looking for dead red heat right here.
Roki has sat down in the Dodger bullpen. Alex Vessia once again up and throwing. It's a lefty on deck with Brandon Marsh. Infield conference complete. 2 on, 2 out, 2 balls, no strikes. Glasnow to Bohm. It is ball 3 downstairs. Three and 0. The pitch taken all the way. A strike at the knees. A fastball 97 for Glasnow. Now your fingernails.
Gone.
Glasnow disengages. Time called. And the Philly fans don't like it. Turner and Harper at the corners. Bohm at the plate. Ahead of Glasnow. 3 balls and a strike. The pitch. Ball 4 in the dirt outside. The bases are now loaded. Keeping an eye on Dave Roberts. He's on the steps of the Dodger dugout. Brandon Marsh set to come to the plate. Tying runs in scoring position. Go-ahead run on first.
There's Roberts.
Alex Vessia has been warming. You would assume that there will be a counter move from the Phillies to pinch hit for the left-hander Brandon Marsh. But he is still hanging in the on-deck circle. Tyler Glasnow hands the ball to Dave Roberts. It's a pat on the backside. He leaves with the bases loaded for the Phillies in the bottom of the 8th. 5-3 Dodgers. We'll be back in a moment.
At Verizon, lock in our low price, plus free roaming included in Mexico. Discover the best carne asada, never miss a text from the group chat, and save big with Verizon while you do it. Switch and get 4 lines for just $30 per line. See? Just $30 per line per month with unlimited welcome with auto pay plus taxes and fees. Plus calls, texts, and data in Mexico included, so you can use your phone sin problema. Stop by your Los Angeles Verizon store today. For unlimited welcome in times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds.
Bases are loaded, stakes are high, and hopes are even higher. If anyone can power through the pressure to win it all, it's the world champion Dodgers. As a proud sponsor since their inaugural season at Dodger Stadium, 76 would like to give a huge congratulations to the Dodgers on their 13th consecutive playoffs. Let's go, go, go for another win. 76, proud sponsor of the Los Angeles Dodgers since 1962. 76 is a trademark owned by Phillips 66 Company. Copyright 2025, all rights reserved.
Santa Anita Park is racing Friday through Sunday with millions in payouts every race day. Get on track for the English Pub Trackside, Hot Wings Fest, $30,000 Cherry Tree Giveaway, Oktoberfest Trackside, Pumpkin Patch and Fall Fun Fest, and Japan Family Day. Parking is free and admission is just $10. Plus, every Friday is free admission and parking and 50% happy hour all day. Choose your experience at santaanita.com/events. See you at the races.
Hold on to your butts. Dodgers 5, Phillies 3. Bottom of the 8th. 2 outs, but the bases are loaded for the Phillies. Alex Vessia will try and get the last out, and he will, in fact, face a pinch hitter. It looks like Edmundo Sosa is waiting to come to the plate. Edmundo Sosa hit .276 in 89 games this year. Over the final 17 games, Mo, he had 16 hits and hit .333. That does include an 11-day stretch that he missed with injury. But then his first game off the injured list, September 24th, he hit 3 home runs.
Well, he also hit .318 against lefties.
So, second such cat and mouse game within tonight's game between Dave Roberts and Rob Thompson. Turner, Harper, and Bohm from third to first, respectively. 2 of them were put on via a Glasnow walk. And now the right-hander watching from the Dodger dugout, hoping Alex Vessia can pick him up. Dodgers ahead by 2. Tying runs in scoring position. Vessia to Sosa. His first pitch. Fouled away. Strike 1. It was a fastball off the plate at 91 from Vessia. He goes to the back of the mound, gets the rosin bag, and a new baseball.
Great time for a pop-up.
Sosa, 29 years old, from Panama. Pinch hitting with the bases loaded and 2 outs in the 8th. Vessia closes his stance and fires home. Missing upstairs, a ball and a strike. Vessia is set. Sosa is ready. The 1-1 pitch. Hit to straightaway center field. Pajes running back with plenty of room to spare in front of the warning track. He makes the catch, and Alex Vessia does the job. Leaves them loaded and keeps the Dodgers in front. 5-3, finishing the 8th.
LA's best sports star.
That's a good endorsement there.
AM 570 LA Sports.
Hey, it's Andre Ether, and if you're a proud Latino like me, you are celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month. Superior Grocers is joining in with La Raza with all your favorites. Delicious pan dulce from the bakery, carnitas, fresh produce to make a kilo salsa or ceviche, and their famous Superior Ranch carne asada. Superior Grocers brings the best deals to the plate, and you always hit a home run. Get in on the celebration and download the Superior Grocer app for weekly ads and digital deals. Superior Grocers, quality, variety, and value.
Another pitch, another play, and another legendary moment with the boys in blue. But what makes the game even better? A beer that's beyond ordinary. Asahi Super Dry. With its crisp, clean taste and bold character, Asahi goes beyond what you expect in a beer. It's a drink for those who crave more. So whether you're cheering for a walk-off or just exploring new experiences, grab an Asahi Super Dry and go beyond the ordinary. Because with Asahi, it's always beyond expect. Asahi Super Dry. Always drink responsibly.
Life moves fast. It's fierce, persistent, determined. At City of Hope Cancer Center, we are too. Our groundbreaking research and discoveries have impacted millions of lives globally, moving science forward with the hope, passion, and speed every diagnosis deserves for a cancer-free future. City of Hope, pursuing cancer cures at the speed of life.
Vroom, vroom. From the Galpin Motors broadcast booth. Streaming right to your mobile device. LA Dodgers baseball continues on its official home.
They not like us. 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 You think the pain gon' let you disrespect Pop? I think that Oakland show gon' be your last stop. Big cold foul. I don't know why you.
Top of the 9th inning. Sponsored by Cars for Kids. Ready to donate your old car? Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS now. Friendly agents are standing by to take your donation. Cars with a K to donate your car today. Dodgers on top of the Phillies, 5-3. One more inning of regulation remains. The Philly closer, Joan Duran, will come on to pitch the top of the 9th. Weston Wilson now playing in left field. Kepler moves from left to center. Marsh is done. The Phillies left the bases loaded in the bottom of the 8th inning. So the Dodgers have 3 more outs to record some insurance runs. Andy Pages against Dudon. The first pitch. Pages swings and misses. Strike one. A splitter at 98, which seems unfair. But you flash back to the Phillies' visit to Dodger Stadium in September. Andy Pages hit a game-tying home run off of Dudon in the ninth. Swings and taps strike two off the plate foul. Pages 2 for 2 in his career against Dudon. Both hits this year. But one came when the right-hander was still with the Minnesota Twins. Pages granted time.
No one's throwing in the Dodgers bullpen right now, but Sasaki standing with his jacket just draped over his shoulders.
Dudon sets the 0-2 pitch to Pages, fouled away. Pages has been comfortable with the triple-digit velocity from Dudon. The base hit off of a triple-digit heater early this year, and then homered on a breaking ball. Another 0-2 coming. Pages fouls it back. Fastball at 100, north of the zone.
Yeah, Dudon does not live in the far right lane of the freeway.
He's in the fast lane. Another 0-2. Pages down swinging. Put him away with a splitter. Dudon pumps his fist as he strolls around the back of the mound. One gone in the ninth.
Well, that's the pitch that's problematic, because you're geared up for the century mark on a fastball. Then you get that splitter that initially out of the hand looks kind of the same way, but then the bottom drops out of it.
Will Smith, third plate appearance. First pitch taken. A strike at the knees. There's that splitter again.
And Sasaki has removed the jacket that was draped around his shoulders.
Interesting here. We just saw Shohei Otani, who's in the on-deck circle, have a conversation with Dave Roberts outside the dugout. So they're going to miss strike two on Smith. Doc came to the on-deck circle to chat with Shohei. Not totally sure what it was about, but the inning continues. Bases empty, one out in the ninth. 5-3 Dodgers here in game one. A best-of-5 division series. Smith was hit by a pitch in the seventh, came around to score on Teoscar's go-ahead 3-run homer. But he strikes out swinging here, late on a 100-mile-per-hour heater. Back-to-back Ks from Dudon to open this ninth.
Yeah, 100's hard to hit to begin with some movement on it, but that was elevated right at the top of the strike zone with 2 strikes to begin with. Maybe a little bit high, but you can't gamble and take it as a hitter.
And Shohei Otani going to try and finish his offensive night with something positive. He is 0 for 4 with 4 Ks. The first pitch from Dudon. He shows bunt, pulls back, and it hits the home plate umpire. Nestor Ceja, Realmuto, is trying to check on Ceja, and Ceja wants none of it. He is seemingly upset with JT Realmuto for not catching that. I mean, if I was hit by a 100-mile-per-hour fastball, I wouldn't feel happy.
Well, I mean, using electronics, you push a button.
They got crossed up.
One is that should never happen.
That is wild. I mean, they were totally crossed up. Realmuto was expecting split. Dudon gave him fastball up, and it hit Ceja in his right pec area. As again, Otani was showing bunt.
Well,
so that was an eventful ball one. Here's the pitch. Otani takes outside, ball 2. Another fastball at 100.
So how do you get crossed up if you're sending it electronically?
And he's basically a 2-pitch guy.
Because when the catcher sends it, he can actually hear it himself.
Shohei in his career 2 for 5 against Dudon lifetime. Both hits are homers. Shohei hears boos as he's granted time, fixes his right foot guard.
That's just Philly's way of saying hello.
Yeah. It's their love language. 5-3 Dodgers. 2 balls, no strikes. Dudon deals. And has has strike one called for him. That was a fastball off the plate away. Should have been ball 3. Instead, it's 2-1. Sasaki has resumed throwing. Duran's 2-1 pitch is a splitter in the dirt. 3 balls and a strike. Otani jumping outside the batter's box to clip the dirt off of his spikes. On a 3-1 pitch, Duran misses outside, ball 4. So the top of the 9th continues for the Dodgers. Otani reaches via a walk, and so that continues his on-base streak as well, now at 34 games.
A great time to hit one of the gaps and watch the outfielders have to run it down, especially with the speed of Otani over at first base.
That is a massive insurance run on the base pass for the Dodgers. 2 outs in the 9th, 5-3 is the lead. Betts in the batter's box. Duran out of the stretch. Strike 1. 97 on the outside corner. That's not a fastball, folks. Again, that is his splitter.
It looked like he spent a lot of time looking over his shoulder to see what Otani was doing as far as a lead.
Pretty casual lead ahead of this 0-1. Up and in. A ball and a strike. Mookie hitless tonight. 0 for 4. Taps the far side of the plate. Then the near side. Twirls the bat toward Duran. Now he gets ready. 2 outs and a runner on. The 1-1 pitch. Chopped to third. Bohm has it in the glove. Transfers. Throws on the run. A routine play to get the last out of the 9th inning. The Dodgers cannot add to the lead. It is 5-3. They need 3 more outs. Here comes the monster of the Reiwa era.
When you want Dodgers, the only home is AM 570 LA Sports.
Hey, it's Freddie Freeman. When it comes to your child's health, you want the team from Children's Hospital Los Angeles. At CHLA, groundbreaking research meets world-class expertise with care completely tailored to kids. U.S. News and World Report has once again named CHLA the #1 hospital in California and ranked in the top 10 nationally for pediatrics. Whether it's routine checkups or life-saving treatments, Children's Hospital Los Angeles is where families turn. Find an all-star doctor today at chla.org.
At Verizon, lock in our low price, plus free roaming included in Mexico. Discover the best carne asada, never miss a text from the group chat, and save big with Verizon while you do it. Switch and get 4 lines for just $30 per line. See? Just $30 per line per month with unlimited welcome with auto pay plus taxes and fees. Plus calls, texts, and data in Mexico included, so you can use your phone sin problema. Stop by your Los Angeles Verizon store today. For unlimited welcome in times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds.
Get ready, Dodger fans. Your Los Angeles Dodgers are back for October baseball.
The game's brightest star, ready for the game's biggest stage.
They're ready to run it back and defend their crown. Secure your spot at the ballpark and be part of the intensity of this year's postseason showdown. Feel the roar of the crowd, the thrill of clutch moments, and witness the world champs fight to keep the trophy where it belongs. Support your boys in blue. For tickets, visit Dodgers.com/postseason. Winning one title is difficult.
They've done it! They finished the job!
Repeating is even harder. This is Dodgers Playoff Baseball on your home of the LA Dodgers Radio Network.
Comes down to this. The bottom of the 9th inning at Citizens Bank Ballpark. The Dodgers lead the Phillies 5-3 in Game 1 of this NLDS. They're going to hand the ball to Hiroki Sasaki. Rick Monday, it has been a meteoric rise out of the ashes for Sasaki in his rookie season.
Well, they called upon the right-hander who has been most impressive since he got called up. Injuries. Dave Roberts, you think back and say, well, there was a confidence factor on top of it. Well, he's fortified that confidence. And this is a spot, 1 goal. Throw strikes, get 3 outs, and go back to the hotel.
Can only imagine the heart rate and the nerves and the emotions for Sasaki. He will face 6, 7, and 8 for the Phillies, starting with JT Realmuto. The Dodgers 3 outs away from a win. First pitch, not close, 101, a couple of feet into the left-handed batter's box.
You can't strike a guy out with one pitch. It takes at least 3.
He readies and fires. Realmuto swings and pops strike 1, foul over the net. That was a fastball at 99. We've seen 3 appearances out of the bullpen for Sasaki. 3 innings, 1 hit, 6 strikeouts. Hiroki ready. And now a 1-1. Poke foul, the first base side, 1 and 2. More hard stuff.
Steve Sasaki, from what we have seen, it's been most impressive. I mean, he looks, and just looking at him, he looks like this is a role he's very familiar with. That's not the case.
A starter his entire life, now thrust into a role to close out a postseason game. The 1-2, Realmuto takes called strike 3. Stuck the forkball and got him to stare for out number 1.
Well, Sasaki also, he understands. How many times have we said it? Postseason play is a different animal. Every different series in postseason is a different animal.
Strike 1 called on the outside corner to start Kepler. Dodgers still ahead by 2, and the bases are empty. 1 out in the home half of the ninth. Sasaki deals. Strike 2. High forkball at the very top of the zone. 0-2 on Kepler. The 0-2 pitch. Pull to right field. That is down for a hit. Pages over. Picks it up off the line. Spins and fires. Kepler going for second. Here's the play. He's safe. A head-first slide from Kepler. And a 1-out double gives Philadelphia some life. Heck of a play by Pages to make it close.
That was a big gamble on Kepler's part. I mean, they need a base runner. They don't have to have necessarily a runner at second base. He gets thrown out. There's 2 outs and nobody on. Good play in the corner by Pages, as you mentioned.
Brings the tying run to the plate with Nick Castellanos.
That was not a particularly good breaking ball that Kepler reached out and hooked around for the double.
Here's the pitch. Castellanos swings. Ground ball to second. Gobbled up by Rojas. He sets and throws to Freeman. That's out number 2. Kepler over to third, but now 2 outs in the 9th inning.
Fastball at 101 miles an hour. 1 huge out to go.
Bryson Stott, the batter, the number 9 hitter. He represents the tying run. Muncy on the grass at third. 2 outs and a runner on. Strike 1 from Sasaki, 100 on the outside half. Here's the 0-1. This is way outside. That forkball slipped away from him. Smith had to slide over into the right-handed batter's box to keep it in front of him. In this game, Stott is 1 for 3, a single sandwich between 2 strikeouts. Sasaki steps and fires. In the air, third base side, Muncy calling for it in foul ground, waving everybody off. It's in his glove, and that's a win for LA. The Dodgers roar back from an early 3-0 deficit. The brothers Hernandez bring in 5 runs. A quality start from Otani, then Glasnow, Vessia, and Sasaki slam the door to steal Game 1 of the division series.
Well, this is a ball club. They knew exactly what it was. You could just read the Dodgers' third base dugout, the importance of winning Game 1 on the road. And this crowd is absolutely, well, it looks like petrified forest. It's gotten very quiet. They're standing. They don't know whether to leave or stay or what they're going to be doing. And for the Dodgers, they're giving high fives and a come-from-behind victory. And how many times have we talked about this ball club, Stephen, even going back to spring training, what they've been able to do with 2 outs? I would suggest strongly, don't wait till there are 2 outs, guys.
We're asking selfishly, taking years off our life, taking fingernails away. And Mo, to come in here to this ballpark, the Phillies had the best home record in the league this year. It has basically been a house of horrors for any road team. And for the Dodgers specifically, it is their first postseason win in Philadelphia in 47 years. You have to go back to Game 2 of the 1978 National League Championship Series, the last time the Dodgers won a postseason game in Philadelphia.
And even back then, I can tell you from personal experience, you realize as the team on that other side, they can whip off 3 in a row if you're not careful. These are 2 extremely talented teams. And boy, do we just see a wonderful game. Dodgers fans enjoying it more than the Philly fans. But this is what baseball is about. You don't leave early. You never give up the ship, and you don't know what's going to happen. With Otani starting the game and then Sasaki coming in and closing it out. Hello, postseason play.
Best of 5, Game 1 to the Dodgers. 5 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. They leave 6 on base. The Phillies, 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors, 6 left on base. Shohei Otani picks up a win in his postseason pitching debut. David Robertson, the loser, and a save to Hiroki Sasaki here in Game 1 on the road in Philadelphia. An off day for both teams on Sunday. They'll be back at it Monday evening in Philly, Monday afternoon back in L.A. It'll be Blake Snell for the Dodgers, Jesus Luzardo for the Phillies, a pair of highly talented lefties going at it. Morongo Casino, Dodgers on deck begins at 2. First pitch scheduled for 3:08 Pacific. Up next, David Vessia as the Navien Dodgers clubhouse show. So on behalf of the world.